Something wrong. Okay, try to refresh. Let's refresh. Hey, right. How's it going? Welcome in. I am just getting set up to make sure I can text. Chat. Chat. Yes, the chat. There. Got this going. Got that one going. Let's make sure I can see the TikToks. Hey, how's it going? Hey, Miss Washington, how's it going? Hashtag Survivor, how's it going? Welcome in. Perfect. I can see all that. The tubes, we got you over here. And I just have to, this one. Yeah, this one. Hold on, Facebook group. I got y'all. Give me a second. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, y'all get to see the side of my head looking all crazy. All right, there we go. I got this. Got you guys set up. Get that. All right. Awesome. That didn't take too long. It feel like it's been a minute, but I got it. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Hey, everybody. My name is Daryl Ward. I am with the Notary Know-How, Georgia. I love the Notary State. I am a commissioned notary in the state of Georgia. Hold on, one camera too bad. They're literally looking right at my nose. There we go. I am a commissioned notary in the state of Georgia, the beautiful peach state of Georgia. It's been rainy, but it's been gorgeous today. I have been a notary in the state of Georgia since 2022. End of 21, beginning of 22, right? So that's when I became a notary, and I've been doing this. Let's just say right now, this is my gig. This is my full-time business that I run. Do I contribute full-time hours to this? I do not. Today feels like I did do a full-time this year, right? But anyway, I'm a commissioned notary in the state of Georgia, where I believe is probably one of the most typical states to grow sustainable notary business. That's my opinion. So y'all take it with a grain of salt, right? But I love hosting these lives because all my notary buddies across the nation can get together. We can support each other. We can learn together, grow together. We can build businesses together, even though you're building business for yourself. You got to do it by yourself, right? You don't have to do it alone. That's what I love about this space. So yeah, if you guys have questions, go ahead and ask your questions. If you're on the other platforms, you're watching the replay, on YouTube over there, go ahead and hashtag replay and still drop a comment, still drop a question so I can circle back and get to you. I've been catching up. I've been taking time to catch up since I'm not doing live 5 days a week anymore. I do have other days I can actually catch up on comments and all that kind of stuff. It's been a good week, like past week, I should say. Anyway, if you guys have questions, go ahead and ask them. Because guess what? Remember, the only question is the question that you never ask. So definitely go ahead and ask your questions. I will be here for you. We're gonna figure it out together. If I don't know, we're gonna figure it out together. I'm gonna connect with somebody else to figure it out for you. Right? What else? Know everybody community. It's not on the screen, so I didn't remember to say it. Normally it's on the screen over here on TikTok. Yeah, I appreciate that. I do have a free notary buddy community. Look, we got some free resources for y'all. We got some free mini courses up in there. If there's nothing in there, I say it right now. There's nothing in there that's going to teach you how to become a notary. There's a lot of other courses out there for that. Pay somebody else to do that. Pay somebody for self-work, self-education, right? But however, I like to be the person that fill in the gaps for you guys. You want to talk about marketing? It's up in there. You want to talk about how to do Google Business Profile? It's in there. You want to talk about how to price your services? It's in there. I like to fill in the gaps for y'all, right? That's what I love to do. That's where I thrive, and that's where I'm going to thrive. So, notary, but no, how do you join the community since it's not on the screen anymore? If you're on TikTok, go ahead and go to my bio. You can literally do it while I'm talking, right? You can do it while I'm talking. Click on the little icon in the top right here. Click on it again, it'll come at the bottom of the screen, and then there's a link in my bio. It's the only link in there. Go ahead and answer the 3 questions. That's the only way you're getting in the community. You gotta answer those 3 questions. I appreciate the hearts. I appreciate the mustaches and the hats and cowboy hats and all that kind of stuff. I appreciate y'all. So yeah, click on that. Answer the 3 questions, right? Answer those 3 questions, and I'll let you in. If you're in Georgia, guess what? If you're a Georgia commissioned notary or becoming commissioned in the state of Georgia, we have a secret little space in there for us. And if y'all in there, I've been active today. I've been real active in the Georgia group because there's a lot of things I had. I want to share with you guys. I haven't shared everything because I don't want to overwhelm you. So I'm going to drip it out throughout the week because there's some cool stuff that's happening for us in Georgia. So make sure you go to the community and look in there because we got some cool stuff. Everybody else, y'all still welcome. We have multiple notes. I think at this point, we got 445, I think, or 450 something like that in there. I don't know what's on at this point. But anyway, y'all will join join the Notary Buddy community. Let's bring this over. And y'all don't have to excuse me tonight because look, I'm talking to y'all, but I'm still working my day job. What the hell is my day job? It's damn notary business because right now it ain't business like it's supposed to be business. And it's pissing me off like possible. So it's my day job at the moment. So I gotta wrap up some stuff for that as we get to talking. So let me go ahead and answer some questions. But first, let's switch out the intro music to our normal. You already know. Oh, by the way, if you're new here, welcome. If you're a seasoned notary, welcome back. And if you're kicking around the tire and you just want to see what's going on, you're welcome over here as well. But y'all know after I do the intro, I put on our normal background ambiance music so we can just chill and answer questions. I do see there's quite a few that came through on TikTok, but let me say this real quick. Other platforms, the YouTubes and the Facebooks, I do have the invitation to the Notary Buddy community pinned in the comments for y'all. So I'm just making sure I pin it for YouTube right now. So there it is. It's pinned. So now let's get back over here. Let me open Facebook. How y'all doing? Hey, Melissa, how's it going? I'm glad you hopped on. Melissa, if we have time, let's look at Melissa, my Notary Buddy over on Facebook. If we have time tonight, let's look at your Google Business profile. I did look at it before I hopped on. It shows to me. It's not showing us suspended on my end. So it's still showing, but I know you probably got a suspension, and it's probably going to take a minute before they, either pull your stuff down or limit what can be shown on your profile. Because all the time, a suspension does not mean it's 100% gone. Sometimes it's just limited on what others can see. And your ability to post and do all the things is going to get your business, right? So if we have time, we'll do that. If not, you and I are going to set up a one-on-one Zoom call so we can look at it. It should take us no more than 15 minutes, right? 15 minutes, go in there, look around, and see what we need to do. So let me go over, hey, got that. YouTube, you're good, and Facebook. Let's run through these Facebook questions. Hey, Miss Washington, I did see you. Survivor, Taylor raved about it. Hey, hashtag Survivor, I appreciate it. Are we talking about Taylor, that, because I know a few Taylors. I don't know if you're still here with me, but are you talking about Taylor in Ohio? That Taylor? The one that makes sourdough and baked goods? Let me know if that's the one, because it's the most recent Taylor I talked to. Gene Luck, welcome in. Charlie Little, welcome in. The Notary Giant, welcome in. I appreciate you being here. You said you have somebody for me. Let me know. Let me know who that person is. Go ahead and connect. Y'all know I should be better at this. Hold on. Oswald, let me give you this phone number. Who got it? Who got it? I do have a phone number specifically for my notary buddies. I got too many tabs open, bro. Hold on. Let me go and grab it. Oswald, if you're still here, and everybody else, look, this is not a number for y'all to just be playing on and all that stuff, right? This is for my notary buddies, especially people in my community. If y'all need to get a hold of me, if y'all have business questions, especially if you're a Georgia notary. If you got some questions on your notary stuff, this is the phone line that you reach out to me on. Text me first before you call, because if I'm in an appointment, I will not answer. But if you text me first, I'll quickly say, hey, I'm in an appointment, or yep, I'm available, give me 10 minutes, right? Here's that phone number. Notary Buddy phone line, 770-670-6138. Somebody drop in the chat for me. YouTube and Facebook, I got y'all, because I can just copy and paste. But again, that phone number is 770-670-6138. That is the number to text me on as a Notary Buddies, right? If y'all got business, just Google me and text me on my business line, because this is not the business line. Right? So cool. Hey, Ebony, what's up? What up, y'all? Look, y'all know my girl Ebony out in Virginia. She's with Business RX, right? She has some good stuff. Y'all made her mad. I did see your email, Ebony. I didn't read it yet. That you're having a. Are you still on here? You on here, real quick? Ebony, you still on here? Because if so, you can just come up and talk about what you're doing. Yeah, I saw it was like a three day something, and it was only $37. So if you're still on here, I know you've been trying to go to bed early. Let me know. Just request or comment or something. I will say text me, but I'm on my phone. You can text my personal line if you want to, because I can see that on my computer, and I'll bring you up. Let's see. Express documents. Hey, sure, Sherry, how's it going? I see you're in Florida. Is it hard to get started? Hey, Julie, Miss Julie, where you at? Where you at? To become a notary, is that what you're asking? Absolutely not, because that's all I do, right? I am a notary. I am a notary. I'm a notary. I do apostilles as well. But is it hard to get started? Easiest way, this is blanket for everybody because I don't know what state you're in. The easiest thing to do is go to your Secretary of State or just Google, like literally, become a notary in your state, right? Insert your state. It's going to be your Secretary of State, Department of State, Clerk's Authority, probate court. Every state's a little bit different. Whoever is over your notary commission, right? Oh, Julie, you're in Utah. No way. I moved to Georgia from Utah. What part of Utah? I was over in Mill Creek, in Salt Lake County. I lived in Utah for like 17, 18 years. But yeah, out in Utah, no, it is not hard to get started at all. It's super easy. Just go online to the Secretary of State, unless they change it. Unless they change it. I was commissioned in 2017, 2018 in Utah. You're in Saratoga Springs. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So up further, oh my gosh, north, right? Let's think about it. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Saratoga Springs is north, right? Remind me, is north, right? Everybody know I struggle with directions. But yeah, go to Secretary of State, look at all the things, make sure that you're qualified, right? Those you got to be 18, you got to be a resident, all this kind of stuff. Just make sure you can check all those boxes off and go through the process. The last time I did it, hold on, the YouTube camera is not focusing. The last time I did it, it was pretty easy. Like there was a study guide, and then you just go ahead and immediately take the test and get commissioned, pay for all the fees, and then go and get sworn in. Yeah, and then order your stamp. It is not bad. West of Lehigh. Okay, gotcha. Um, Towards Happy Valley, right? That's what I think. That's my brain is all. It's the end of the day, y'all. It's the end of the day. But yes, it's not hard out in Utah. Look, if you need to be connected with people, I got lots of people out there, right? Lots of notary buddies. That I can connect you with. There's a Facebook group and everything that you can get connected with, and they gonna help you. They gonna make sure that you're good. So yeah, I appreciate you joining. Oh, and Miss Julie, guess what? Um, Link in my bio. There's a link in my bio. Go click on it, um, and join the Notary Buddy community. It's free. It's free in there, and I can connect with people. That way, that's the easiest way to get a hold of me. Right? That's the easiest way to get a hold of me. Send me a direct message in there, and I'll put it on my list to connect you with some people. Um, Ebony, you still on here? Where you at? She probably trying to cook dinner or something. Hey Dean, what's up? What's up? What's up? Let me get back to the questions. Miss Jessica, hey there, I got my business registered in my state. I'm very excited. Congratulations, Miss Jessica. You say that, but what state you in? What state you in? Let me see. I'm about to do a quick TikTok thing. Quick TikTok thing. Oh, your account's private, so I can't see that. But congratulations, congratulations. Um, oh, hold on, it's scrolling on me. It's scrolling on me. Where are we? Where are we? Hey there, I got my. Okay, there we are, Miss Jessica. Let me copy this because if y'all here to the end, I always do like a celebration, a celebratory win. So go ahead. I appreciate the spicy pepper, Ebony, and the heart and everybody else. Notary and Beyond. Hey, how's it going? That Miss Sabrina? I can never tell because the icons be so tiny on here. Express documents. I appreciate the heart. Where do I get my stamp from? Hey, Reese. Um, I was going to ask what state you're in. It really doesn't matter, but I know some they have places you can actually go in and get your stamp. But some of the normal places, once you get commission, a lot of people go straight to the NNA, the National Notary Association. You can order stamps on there. They let you order them in bundles. They're not that expensive, right? Um, you can go to Amazon. You can get really good ones off of Amazon. I have never purchased mine off of Amazon, and this is the reason why. Just in case, I can be a little rough on my stuff. I'm not gonna lie. And so on Amazon, I have yet to come across. I could be lying, but I have yet to come across like a replacement plan. I get mine through the NNA. There's other associations. You can go to AAN, the American Association of Notaries. You can get it from Office Depot. There's a lot of places you can get your stamps from, but I just know like the AA and the NNA and all the alphabet soup places, they do come with some type of insurance. So, like for example, if during the 4 years that I'm commissioned in Georgia, I know other states have different commission times, right? So as long as my commission is valid, the NNA will replace my stamp. All I gotta do is pay like the $10 or $12 for shipping. The stamp costs 32, 48, something like that. $32, $48. I don't know where it is these days. But that's the cost of it. So that's where I will order mine. I gave you a multiple option, so definitely go and check. I don't see 3 questions. Notary Giant is after you click on the link. Oswald, you probably already did it, but if you click on the link, it'll say whatever. It'll ask you questions. Also, I'll say don't put your phone number in the TikToks. Why? If they don't like personal information or something, they probably don't. I mean, they gonna flag me. They gonna flag me. Um, Let's see. Let's see. I see you guys are talking back and forth to each other. Cool, cool, cool. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. Miss Nika J, how's it going? Good evening. Good evening to you. I will be back. Yep, for sure. I know Oswald's always hopping on, hopping off, and doing a few things. Da, da, da. Miss Julie in Utah, Saratoga Springs got caught up. Cool, cool, cool. We are West of Lehigh. I would love that. Of course, Miss Julie, of course. Like I said, join the community, and I'll make sure send me a message in there and I'll make sure I connect you. Let's see, who is this? Um, Reese, I do see that you jumped into the Notary Buddy community. I'll make sure I let you in. I'll make sure I let you in. I do have a portion of this call that I do that as well, so I'll make sure I let everybody in tonight. Let's see. Hey, Dean, I do see you just popped on. Jessica's in New Jersey. Okay, cool. You're in Jersey. Jessica. Oh, you said you just got registered. Oh, yeah, yeah, Jersey. Y'all in that area that I don't know if you're in that area, but like the what do they call it? Like the probably not tri-state, DMV. I don't know if that's part of it, but I know y'all got some weird business laws and rules out there, right? But Jessica, join the Notary Buddy community. I'm telling everybody doing it tonight. There is you ain't got to if you don't want to, but since you're in Jersey, connect with Constance. She's on TikTok as well, and she is under Constance. Hold on, let me pull it up. Constance, the notary mentor, but I don't. I think that's just a title. Let me see what her actual handle is. Her actual handle is Accurate Notary Academy. And that's ACCURATE. Accurate Notary Academy. Connect with Miss Constance. She's in Jersey. She's a signing service owner. She also works in title. When I tell you she knows her stuff, she knows her stuff, right? Constance knows her stuff. She has some free resources for you. And also, if you're looking for education, she definitely has some that'll be very helpful for you. You ain't got to sign up for it. I'm just letting you know what she got, right? But Miss Constance, I've had her on my live before, and it was awesome. She's awesome. We've talked on the phone, we've connected, we've chatted back and forth. So she's really cool. And also, if you join the Notary Buddy community, she's in there as well. So I can introduce you to her directly if you join the community. Um, so yeah, that's exciting. I know I just threw a lot at you. You just barely got your business registered, but hey, look, if I know the connection, I'm gonna introduce you. I'm gonna introduce you. Um, okay, cool. That is Dr. Sabrina. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Um, who is this? Reese. Oh, you're in Georgia. You just joined the Notary Buddy community. Got you. I got you, Reese. Look, hop in. Like you already in there. I will make sure I get you approved later in the call, so you won't get distracted right now. I'm going looking around up in there. I got a lot of Georgia stuff in there for you. I got a lot of Georgia specific things there to help you out. So make sure you're up in there. Miss Harriet, let's see. How are you familiar with the government SAM? They say you can apply for this. Miss Harriet, I am familiar with it, but it's not my space. I have not done government contracting in this particular space. I've taken trainings on it. I've been on Zoom calls and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't for sorry, I gotta put chapstick on. If y'all new here, this is my process. We put on chapstick, we drink water, and we may or may not have on pants. So I don't know. Um, but to answer your question, I personally have not seen like I've registered for the free stuff. I know there's a paid aspect of it, but I have not seen a need for the notary side of things when it comes to government contracting. I can be 100% wrong. I don't want to lie to you, but this is just my experience. I have not seen it. A lot of people that's out there, that's on YouTube, that's saying, "Hey, I've gotten this government contract and I'm a notary." They got a government contract for something else, and they just happen to be a notary. Don't let people kind of like lie to you and buy their courses and all that kind of stuff. I'm not throwing shade at anybody. I'm just saying this is my experience. Um, Let's see, Lisa probably added some more stuff. Oh, she said apply for what as well. So yeah, because I know that people talk. A lot of people. This conversation comes up every couple of years about government contracting. I was in the real estate space, and we even got hit in that space, right? Every sector of business gets hit with this government contracting stuff. Not saying it's not valid, right? Not saying it's not valid, but a lot of people latch onto it and they promise the sky when it comes to the money that you can make, and then they just start selling us into their programs and their courses and all this kind of stuff, and nobody makes money. The last time, not the last time, the one before that, that we went through this whole wave in my real estate sector, people lost over $200,000. Girl swiped everybody's money and ran. She only got me for like $80 because I was like, this don't feel right, so I stopped those payments. She swiped 250 grand in 2 weeks, and she bounced. Um, just because what it was being promised was not available for our sector. Can you do other stuff? The thing that I've seen that was been it's very from a very limited scope, very limited scope. Courier type work, um, that's what I've seen people get awarded for, laundry service type work that's in our space, even though that's not work, but that's still courier, right? Because there's these facilities that have a bunch of dirty laundry, and if you have a van, you have a truck, like passenger vans, all that kind of stuff, you can go and pick it up. Who is that that's joined the community? Hey, Julie, I see you. I got you, Miss Julie. I'll make sure you're in there. You can go and pick up like their laundry and then courier it to the laundry location and get it washed, and once it's clean, they'll take it back. That's the kind of stuff I've been seeing them get awarded for, and then they just contract it out to somebody else, right? Like, oh, you have a company, you have 7 work vehicles. I'm going to get the contract from the government, and I'm going to contract it out to you. And then they lie and say, oh, look what I did as a notary. They're lying. So hopefully I didn't kill anybody's dreams on that. But yeah, just be careful of that space, especially trying to get us as notaries. And again, take what I say with a grain of salt. I can not know all the things. Um, let's go back. Let's go back. Okay, Lisa. Lisa, look, y'all. Lisa is chock deluxe. She always keep me right. She said she's a registered government contractor, and what I've said, at least up until that point, she commented, I was correct, right? So I don't see a lot of need for us in the government sector as notaries. I don't. One thing that I saw is not a government contract, but Ebony, I don't know if she bounced already, but her and another notary out here in Georgia, Ebony's in Virginia, one of my notary buddies out here in Georgia, both of them have been able to notarize documents for people to get on the ballot, like for elections. Um, every 2 year elections, every 4 year elections, every 8 year elections, whatever it is, then they're able to do that, but that didn't come through contract work. That was just being in the right place, right time, marketing your business and making connections. But it was government related. And it paid really well. It pays really well. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So yeah, any Miss Harriet, any other questions about that? Ask Lisa. She's Chalk Deluxe on TikTok. Ask her. Um, she'll have way better answers than I just rambled on. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. It keeps scrolling on me. It keeps scrolling on me. NNA insures our stamps. Exactly. Dave says NNA insures our stamps. Who is this? Miss Tremaine, I got you. I see you just joined a Notary Medic community. I'll make sure I let you in a little bit later. The NNA does insure our stamps. That's why I order mine from them. They're probably some of the more pricier companies. They're probably one of the more pricier companies out there. But for me, it's my business. I can't chance because I did order stamps off of what was it called? Amazon before, but it was my acknowledgement and jurat stamp, and they crap. They are crap, and I was like, I can't. Those don't make me money like my notary stamp does, my notary seal. So I can't chance that. That's me personally. Um, let's scroll back up. Let's scroll back up. Dean says, so my apostille was delivered and I got a great review with a photo. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Absolutely love it. So, come on. Dean, how many more you got in the pipeline? Let's get some more in the pipeline. If y'all don't know, Dean recently kicked off the apostille portion of his business, and he successfully. I'm trying to type and talk, right? So Dean wins. Okay, cool. Just put you in the win section. So yeah, he recently kicked off the apostille sector of his business, and he successfully got his first one done and submitted and back to the client. So that is amazing. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Miss Jessica says she's in Northern Jersey. It's a mess over here. She's already in the community. Oh, so did I already connect you with Constance then, Miss Jessica? It is a mess over there. Oh, Georgia's bad too. Georgia's bad. We just have they just pick and choose what they're going to be very strict on. But yes. Yes, I know Constance. Okay, good, good, good. You already know Constance. Look, she's my go-to out in Jersey. There's other people that I know over there. I just can't remember them off the top of my head. DMV, Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia. Okay, gotcha. Thanks, 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 Lisa. Because look, in Utah, along with Miss Janet, the DMV is our Department of Motor Vehicles. That's where we go to get our driver's licenses. So when I moved over here and everybody kept saying the DMV, I'm like, what y'all talking about? Like, I was so lost. I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to the DMV, and all the people were excited about it. I'm like, that is not something to be excited about. But anyway, now I know it's not where you get your driver's license. It's where you go where people don't know how to drive. I'm messing with y'all. Y'all know y'all don't know how to drive out there. It's true. Y'all know it's true. But Miss Jen, welcome. Hi, how's it going? Jen with Expert Signings. Yeah, Constance does rock. She is amazing. Jessica, thank you so much for the tip. You're very welcome. Let's see. Y'all blowing up the chat and it keeps scrolling on me. Let's see where was I. I'm a notary in South Carolina. Hey, Walnut 25, welcome, welcome in, welcome in. I don't know if we've chatted before, but South Carolina, I don't know much about it. I do know it's an attorney state, but you know who knows about it? Lisa. She shocks the luck. Look, Lisa, I'm always telling people to connect with you. But Miss Walnut 25, if you join the Notary Buddy community, I will tag you in a thread where I introduce like all the North Carolina and South Carolina notaries because a lot of them do like go up and down the border and all that kind of stuff. So there's a little small community that started in our smaller community inside our overall community with North and South Carolina notaries. And I mentioned Lisa because she is dual commissioned in Georgia and in South Carolina. And so she's been commissioned for like 20 something years. So Lisa knows the business. So yeah, if you have any questions or things like that, join the community, ask your questions, um, and Lisa will answer and help out. Harry said government contract for notaries. Okay, gotcha. Yep, we did talk about that. So yep, we talked about that. I always thought it was DC, Maryland, and Virginia. I don't even know. Look, y'all don't talk about it. Nick, Jay, it seems you assumed about laughing about me and my routines over here. You're correct. My bad. It's Monday. Oh, y'all talk. Y'all know. Exactly. Okay, thank you. You're very welcome. I'm worship. Okay, got that. Got that. Do you do I-9s? Yes. Um, for me and my business, I'm in Georgia. Not every state allows notaries to perform I-9s, right? Or to do whatever you want to call it, I-9s. I do offer I-9s as a service. I guess I keep on saying I only do notary work in apostilles. I-9 is in there. Do I notarize things for I-9? I do not, right? Because it's an employment verification. If you guys are not aware what that is, it's employment verification. It is far more um, known now because remote work is such a big deal, right? And so it's essentially someone getting their verification, their identity, their information verified so they can continue to work. This is why you don't notarize these documents. That is a federal form. We, as state notaries, we are commissioned on the state level. We're not commissioned in the military branch or anything like that. Therefore, we are commissioned as a state on the state level. We cannot, again, we cannot notarize federal documents. If you notarize the I-9 form, guess what? You just committed a federal crime. And you're going to be getting your pizza served sideways through them jail bars. Don't do it. Right? I'm making it more extreme than it actually is, but I'm just letting y'all know, don't do it. In some cases, when it comes to I-9, the client or the company may provide an additional form that's the employee will sign, and then you can notarize that. But we never notarize the I-9 form, no matter what. No matter what they tell you, no matter if they like, we always do this in my office and like, well, let's get to the report to office and all y'all going to jail. All y'all going to jail. One of my favorite things about I-9, since we're talking about it, is the electronic ones. I've been doing a lot more of those lately than the paper. The paper one's pretty easy, right? The only problem I have with the paper, let's say that, is people either write stuff in wrong or type stuff in wrong, then you gotta start over. I'm like, look, just go reprint it so we can do this again. You're not about to scratch through it. You're not about to make corrections and initials. We ain't doing that on those forms. It needs to be pristine. The electronic ones, I love it because they provide all their information to their employer. Their employer looks at it, they enter everything in, and then I'm sent a link, a special link that allows me to get access to everything they already provided. And I verify that what's on that computer is the exact same thing that's in front of me, and also that person. It matches the person in front of me, right? And I just type in the information. Yes, yes, yes. Type in the number, the ID number, the passport number, all that stuff, right? And then I just electronically sign it, and I'm done. Those literally take me about 10 minutes. I use my own personal laptop for that. I mean, I got to do the call and all that kind of stuff, but I always bring a laptop with me or my iPad, right? Um, iPad, look at me. It's Inception. I'm watching myself, watching myself, watching myself. Let's see. Look, 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 look. Ooh. Anyway, so I will bring my iPad or my laptop and I will fill it out there. It is so fast and it's so easy. It's real quick, right? And I really do enjoy doing those. I just don't get enough to be consistent, right? I don't get enough to be a huge part of my business. Um, I probably do 5 a month, and that's pushing it. That's it. That's it. That's really pushing it. And the crazy thing about it, they come in clusters. I will literally get like all 5 of them in 1 week. But I won't get any more at all until the next month or even the month after. But yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go back up and get some more questions. Oh, Miss Walnut, make sure you tap in with Dean. He is on here. He's in North Carolina. The reason I say tap in with Dean or connect with Dean is, well, hold on, what's his handle? It's Notary CLT, if he didn't already introduce himself. He is in North Carolina. He is a signing service owner out there in North Carolina, and he does run a group for North Carolina and South Carolina notaries. Um, and that's how I know so much about North Carolina and South Carolina because I'm in that group. He was just nice enough to invite me in there, and I was like, I sure will be in there. But yeah, he has a signing service, and like his stuff is in North Carolina. Sometimes it'll spill over into South Carolina, and he does a lot of state planning things or state planning signings. So yeah, he's a good person to get connected with, but just always make sure that you're well educated, right? Just make sure that you're well educated, and Dean will talk to you and connect the dots for you, connect you to people, and all that kind of stuff that you need to have in your back pocket, whatever you want to call it, to be at the same level as everybody in operation. I told y'all, if I know the connection, I will make them. Um, Dean says the first time he's ever heard of the laundry thing. Yeah, it's a government contract where people pick up laundry for facilities and go and drop it off and then take it back. And if you are a laundry facility, you just get the contract directly. This thing is, I don't talk about too much, but the laundry facilities don't always have vans or they don't have enough, right? So they will contract that out to other people. Like for me, like my truck, if I have like the cover on the back of my truck and all that kind of stuff, I can go and pick up laundry from these facilities, right? Um, Take it to a laundry facility and then get it all washed and clean, and they'll pay me to take it back to the destination, the government agency or the facility or whatever you want to call it. Right? Yeah, it's a thing. Is that a jurat or acknowledgement? Dean, I don't know what that question was in reference to. Was it the I-9 thing? I don't know. I'm trying to make sure I get through like questions in a timely manner tonight. Ask your question again or let me know what it was in uh, oh, hold on. I missed some stuff. Hold on, I definitely missed some stuff. How do you become a government contractor? Oh, Lisa already answered it for you. Register your business with sam.gov. You guys, there is a free part that you can register your business. Lisa definitely, I know it's hard to type a lot of stuff, but y'all got to make sure y'all on y'all like your what is it? T's are crossed, the I's are dotted, and T's are crossed. You got to be current on your taxes. You got to be reporting stuff properly, right? You got to have your entities correct. Your what is it called? The number that when you register for your EIN, all that stuff got to be in alignment. You got to have everything like straight. Like you got to have everything matchy. You cannot have anything. And another big part, you cannot have any outstanding or I don't know if current. At the time I did it, you couldn't have any outstanding or current government loans, right? So there's a lot of rules you gotta follow. So just make sure y'all are like on top of everything if you're trying to go that route. Let's see. Let's highlight. It already jumped. I was like, let's highlight this before it jumps on me. Let's see. What else? What else? You're right. I'm registered. There are no notary contracts. See, people. I'm glad I didn't just make that up out of nowhere. First time. Okay, got that. Got that. I missed something. Also, someone asked to get help for a grant but charged $200 to apply for it, asking advice. That's in this area. That's not my space either. Um, when it comes to grants, I don't know who I can connect you with because every single grant person that I've seen has been a scam or a scammy. I don't like throwing that word around. I really don't, but they've been scams. Like, you, if they'll sign up 30 people and charge them $200 and be like, "Hey, congratulations, person number one, your grant has been approved. You got $5,000. Guess we got that $5,000. Y'all got paid $200." Like that's a very common one that's going around, and it just hurts my heart to see that people are willing to do that. It's not cool, right? And if you're person 20 or 15 to 30, you will never see that money. You ain't gonna never see the grant money. But again, some people are valid, right? So I don't know much about grants. The last time I personally worked with grants is when I was in college. I was an advisor or a co-advisor, a peer advisor, let's call it that way. And I did dig through all the grants that were available for education, and I will put them in like a binder. I had like 7 3-inch, 3-ring binders just full of grants, right? So I'm rusty on it. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. But I know you can go out there and look for these grants yourself and see what they're asking of you and just do it and apply for them. Because when you apply for them, you got to apply for lots. Or just apply for one, two, five. When you apply for them, you're like I had people applying for 10 to 15 grants, and if they were feeling froggy, we do 20, right? Because they would not get them all. And there's grants out there. I'm telling y'all, if I don't know, like the state of our economy right now. I don't know what's still available, but there literally used to be grants for people that were left-handed and that had shoulder-length hair. You can. It was like 5 grand. I remember it was like $1,500, $2,000. But it was like, hey, are you left-handed? Yes. And does your hair touch your shoulders? Yes. Okay, let's apply for this. There's some weird grants out there, right? And so that's all I know on grants. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's all I know. And that was many, many, many years ago. I can't believe I'm getting old enough to say stuff like that. Don't even. You don't even. My other half, he's like a dinosaur. But it was a long time ago. I graduated. Honestly, yeah, I graduated high school almost 20 years ago. It's been a minute. I was one of those people. I graduated high school, and literally the next day, I went to college. I was one of those weirdos. Uh, because that's how my funding worked out. It was like, hey, you literally got to start this day. I'm like, oh, that's the day after graduation. No senior trip for me. So in order to keep my funding and I have to pay for school out of pocket, I had to go and start school the next day. So it's been a while. You're very welcome, Miss Harriet. Am I missing anything over on the other platforms? I think we're good. Okay. Dean, the government buys everything: socks, ice, medical equipment, yeah, everything, everything. As long as we can align with something that they buy, we can bid on those contracts. Don't mean we're gonna get them, but we can bid on them. I'm good. How are you? I'm good, Miss Jen. I'm good. I did my first notary on Saturday. It was oh my gosh, yes, Miss Janine. That is so exciting. Dang it, I forgot. But you're on the west. You're like on the west coast, right? You're like way, way west. If you're still here with me, let me know. I can't remember right now. All I can remember is your name. I can't remember where you are. But I think are you Washington? Are you like not DC, but like the state, Oregon, somewhere way over there? But that's exciting. Congratulations. I absolutely love it. See, look, all you gotta do is just keep hanging around. Just keep hanging around, you're gonna be motivated. I can only motivate you so far, you gotta take action, but no, it makes me so happy. Look, let's do a celebration dance. It makes me so happy. I love it. Um, yes, yes, yes. You are welcome. Everybody's congratulating you in the chat. Looks like you already saw that because I'm behind. Let me get caught up. Do you know anyone that is good to connect with in Florida? Where are you, Miss Nika? Where are you? Where are you in Florida? Um, like I know where people are in Florida. But yes, I know quite a few notary buddies out in Florida. Um, just depends on where you are. One of the ladies that I connected with and that talks, she does a lot. She helps notaries. They do meetups regularly. It is Melissa Battles. That was Melissa's. Let me go and look real quick. I don't know. Notarizing Tampa. I think that's her thing. All I had to do was think for a second. Notarizing Tampa. Yeah, that's it. Notarizing Tampa, no spaces. That's Melissa. Depends on where you are. She is in Tampa area, right? And so if you're close to the area, she does do meetups frequently. They do a lot of meetups over there. They do in-person trainings. They do Zoom trainings. They do a lot of stuff to connect with people, to connect with their notaries out there. I know I need to do more stuff in Georgia. I'm working on it, y'all. Spring barely started, so we can still have our spring social. Just let me tell you, just tell me what day y'all want to do it. It got to be a Saturday. Just tell me what day y'all want to do it. Because at this point, y'all waiting on me to schedule it. I'm trying to work it. But yeah, let's see. Do you think it matters to pay for Chat GPT? Peaches, the paralegal. Um, it depends on how often you use it. Like it did literally when it comes to paying for Chat GPT, I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all ain't gotta pay for something, don't pay for it. Do not waste your money. I don't think it's a waste. I really don't. But you have to really look at yourself. How often do you use it? I wake up in the morning, you know how people go immediately to Facebook or social medias and start scrolling? I literally, I wish I was, I'm not, I don't wish I was lying. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I do that with ChatGPT. I wake up, first thing I do is take a breath, and then I pick up my phone and I immediately go to ChatGPT and I have at least an hour conversation with it. That's me. And throughout the day. Like today, I probably use ChatGPT for 5 hours straight, right? Because I use it so much, I think it's valuable to pay for it. But there's people that use it in their notary business or just use it to create posts, right? Just to write emails. The free version is good is well enough. Like, 'cause remember, the free version of ChatGPT now is 10 times better than the free version I started with 3 years ago, or however many years ago it's been. It's probably only been 6 months. Time flies. No, it's been more than that, right? So I've been using it for quite a few years now. Um, so yeah, yeah. So I'm trying to think because we were using something else before, right? A paid $99 a month thing, and then Chat GPT came out. That was when we were still running our short-term rental business. So it's been many years that I've been using Chat GPT. So that's why I use it. And I do a lot of image creation on there as well, so that's why I like the paid version. Again, the free version gives you things like this. It won't cut you off. I don't think it cuts you off anymore like it used to. It'll just downgrade you. It's like, okay, you got a lot of answers at this level, so now all your answers are gonna go to this level. And when you see that happen, just stop using it and then use it again tomorrow, right? It's just like time block with it. That's how I use ChatGPT for free for years. Harry says, "Thank you so much for your knowledge. I'll stick to Notary." You're welcome. Miss Harry, you're welcome. Again, I never try to kill somebody's dreams. I just want to be I'm honest and transparent because it's freeing to be that way, and I'm learning that I don't know how to be any other way. When I used to try to hide stuff and posture for to be a different person and do different things, it was horrible. I had to keep up on so many lies, y'all. It was horrible. And it wasn't because I wanted to, it's just because that's what people expected me to be and do in the community that I was a part of. Like, hey, you're part of the leadership. You gotta do this. No, I hated it. I really disliked it. So therefore, anything I do going forward in my life, I'm gonna be me and I'm gonna just be very transparent. Um, oh, how much are you going to use it? Ladero is getting his money's worth. Oh yeah, look, I make sure I get my money's worth out of ChatGPT. I use that bad boy all the time. Any athletes on your ambassador position? Lisa, I knew somebody was gonna ask me that. Yes. So I knew it was coming because I was trying to not talk about Georgia education. Um, but for those of y'all who don't know, I hope they say yes, right? I hope they say yes. Because I officially decided to say yes. You know how people say yes to the dress? I say yes to the position. Um, so I did email them back today. The official they wanted my response by Friday. There's a lot of stuff going on by Friday, and I wanted to take the weekend to digest. Um, because they're hours and hours and hours behind us, way on the West Coast. I was like, I got time, right? And so I did send everything back today that they requested. I sent it all to them, and we should be good to go. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. So what Lisa's talking about, there's a training company that I always recommended for my Georgia notary buddies. It's called My Notary Academy. Or actually Notary Academy. The website is called My Notary Academy. And I loved the Georgia specific training that was in there because unlike a lot of these education companies, um, they stand firm or and proudly on the fact that it's like, hey, can we do basic notary training education for all 50 states? We absolutely can. They offer something like that, but they said, hey, to better serve our notary industry. I call everybody notary buddies, right? So this is their words through my mouth, so through my filter. To better serve the notary community and my notary buddies, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the states that we have enough interest in, we have enough students in, and we will get a state specific. We will appoint a state specific advisor, and that advisor's role is to teach people specifically how to be a notary based on their state laws, right? Like you want to know how to notarize a document, this is how you do it. Like we got our general information. You identify the person appears before you. You identify that person using a government photo issued ID. I can't say unexpired because throughout the entire state, some of y'all states can accept expired IDs, literally up to 5 years, 2 years, like 6 months. Every state's a little bit different. So they appear before you. You verify their identity. They willingly sign the documents. You sign it and notarize it. That's basic. Anybody can teach that, right? But they're like, hey, let's get people in Georgia a specific Georgia advisor. Let's get people in the Carolinas. I don't know if y'all are still on there, Carolina. I think they pulled Carolina, but I'm just using it for example. Let's get Carolina. Let's get Ohio. Let's get these other states. Let's get Tennessee. I don't know if Tennessee's still on there. Let's get them a specific state advisor that can train them and be available for them. Because guess what? If y'all, this is why it's not available right now. If somebody is in the course, they have a question. The only available people are the owners. They're in California. They cannot answer your Georgia specific questions. I don't know if this is like ringing like a light switch for any of you guys, but when you take this notary training from people all around the country and they literally tout that they educate all 50 states, they're doing you a disservice. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's my personal belief. They're doing you a disservice because I know for a fact there's one of the larger entities. I've called them on their air. I have no beef with the NNA. Let's call it what it is. I have no beef with them. I like the people that work with them. I am connected to some of them directly. I like them all. I don't like the fact that if I call their hotline for information, a thing that I am required to pay for, that I get wrong information. That's bullshit. I don't like that, right? So therefore, what do I end up doing? I end up calling my secretary or the clerk's authority anyway in Georgia to get a more solid answer that's in alignment with me as a notary in Georgia. So why am I paying for your thing and you don't have Georgia specific help for me? So that's why I align with the Notary Academy so much. And the opportunity came up and they're like, hey, this is a long story. I apologize. The opportunity came up and they're like, hey, we need an advisor, a new advisor for Georgia. And I was thrown in there, and I reached out. They reached out to me, and then I reached back out to them. Before I said I wasn't interested, or because I was dragging my feet and I was nervous. But now I'm like, you know what? I am interested. Hold on, don't give it away. Don't give it away yet. Hold on, save the cookies for me. And so yeah. Anyway, long story short, I will be the Georgia advisor for that. So pretty cool. So before I was saying I don't teach y'all how to be notaries, that will be changing in the future. I will teach you guys how to be a notary, but that does come with a pay. It's $37 a month. Look, I'm probably gonna get in trouble eventually for saying this, but guess what? That second part of the contract is not signed yet. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's $37 a month. You get up in there, you take the training, you implement the training, and you get your asses up out of there, right? It's gonna hurt me financially if you leave. I ain't telling no lie, because I will be a paid advisor. But you get in there, you learn what you need to learn, and go and implement it. I don't need you paying 36 months of a notary subscription. I need you making money. And then once you make money, you can decide to continuously support it, like I did. One like that membership is a part of my business structure. It is a part of my business expenses. Um, it was just being withdrawn from my business account every single month because I liked what they did and I wanted to support their cause. I would go in there every 2, 3 months and just see what's new, absorb it. If it's something new to me, I go and implement it, right? So y'all know I'm very honest and very transparent. And they do have other states as well. So go to their website, look and see what states are there. And if it's your state, then I highly recommend you sign up for it. It's $37 a month. Go learn and implement and get up out of it. 2 months. You should 60 days. You should be able to implement what you learn. So pay for 1 month or 2 months. 1 month if you speed it like Speed Gonzalez. 2 months if you need time to absorb and think about it, right? But the other thing, you do get to call the advisor, so it's advisor hotline. So if you're in the middle of a sign, like people that do signings, if you're in the middle of a signing, or here in Georgia, if you're in the middle of a notarization and you're confused and you're panicking, you pick up that phone and you give me, it'll be me, you give me a phone call. And y'all know I'm gonna have a different phone number for me. It ain't gonna be my personal number or my business line. It's gonna be a different phone line. And when that one comes through, it's gonna be SOS. I'm gonna pick it up and be like, what you need? What you need? What we got going on? Send me a picture. Okay, okay, good. This is here's my expertise advice. I can't tell you what to do, but this is what I would do. As a girl Wharf running a business under Gen Mobile Notary. Okay, bye. Right? It ain't gonna be long. It's gonna be that because it's gonna be right in front of the client. Anyway, let me stop talking. I think that's good enough on that. Lisa, it's your fault. You brought it up. Affirming hypno. Who is that? Ooh, affirming hypnosis. Look, you're in Georgia. You said you like to connect. Um, oh dang, your profile doesn't have a bunch of stuff. I can't see it. Like there's no bio and stuff. Yeah, let's connect. But I'm all about having conversations about the positive sides of hypnosis. Look, I know it's probably not what you want to talk about. You probably want to talk about notary stuff, but you're gonna talk to me and I'm gonna talk to you as well. So yeah, let's connect. I lost my spot. Hold on. Where were we? Where were we? Thank you so much for your knowledge. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Got that, got that. Um, I'm just starting to find it really helpful. Hold on. I think I skipped over some stuff. There we go. Okay, cool. Here we are. South Florida. Miss Nika says she's in South Florida. I can walk to Palm Beach County all the way to Port St. Lucie. Lucy? Is it Lucy or Lucy? I don't know how it's pronounced. I don't know where none of that is. I appreciate the details, but I don't know where none of that is. Um, I don't know where none of that is. So South Florida, you can walk to Palm Beach County. Oh, I can work. I can't read. She says I can work Palm Beach County all the way to Port St. Okay, gotcha. No, you said it right. I read it wrong. Y'all know I can't read at this time at this point in the night. Got it. Um, Make sure, are you in a Notary community already? If you are not, go ahead and join it. But if you are, introduce yourself. Like put that in your bio and your introduction message, so then I can connect you with people because I don't know where people are in Florida. I really don't. But when I'm going through my Florida contacts, and I'm like, oh, I'm in South Florida as well, and I'm in Palm Beach. Then I can make the dots, right? Then I can connect the dots. Let's see. You are very welcome, Miss Nika. You are very welcome. I'm just starting to find it really helpful. Can't decide. Gotcha, Miss Peaches. So yeah, I would say at this point, don't pay for it. That's ChatGPT. Don't pay for it. Just use it. Just use and abuse that free account as much as you need to, like for real. Um, yeah, because honestly, a lot of us don't have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours just a day to dedicate to using it. The only reason I do that is because one is either early in the morning, right? When I first wake up around 6:30, because my business doesn't open until 8. So that gives me 2 hours to play with chat. So I don't have no glasses on. I'm squinting at my screen like this. I'm like, let me get up. It'll be much faster if I just type it, right? Um, or I don't have no appointments for the day, right? Or I finished them all. That's the only reason I get to play with chat so much. I gotta be honest with you, right? Do Wow, that's so cool. Congrats. Thank you, Miss Nika. I want guidance from a Georgia notary, right? 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 And again, it's not like me just saying I'm good. I have to prove that I know what I'm talking about. They ran me through an interview process. I was over here bricking, cooking bricks. But it was funny. After they interviewed me, I interviewed them. I'm like, that was a fantastic. I appreciate you guys. Now I have, y'all don't mind, I have a page. I have 17 questions. They're going to be interview questions for you as well. They laugh. I'll laugh, but I'm serious. Y'all know me. I always ask my questions. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hey, Taylor. Look, I don't know if Taylor's still on here. Oh, good. I think she just shared and liked something. Y'all look. Y'all see this profile? Sorry, it's on TikTok. Sorry, everybody else. But y'all see the profile? She just said, "I'm here." Tate at Delightful Dough. If y'all need a remote online notary, that's in Ron. I said this on somebody else's live. Let me tell you about it. I ain't tell y'all the story just yet. But if y'all need somebody, reach out to her. Y'all know how I'm always saying, oh, if you want to do Ron and maybe you can't do it because this particular platform is not in your state, but you want some information on it, you want some free education on it, and if there's paid education as well, go reach out to Amy. Amy will cyberize it. Y'all know I'm always talking about that. Taylor is Amy's daughter, right? So I had an apostille. I have, it was one apostille that turned into four. So the client that is contacting me is here in Georgia. He needed two. I got that taken care of. Then also his siblings, his brother and sister needed an apostille as well, right? The sisters in Ohio, brothers in New Mexico. I had an option to either find and connect notaries in Ohio and New Mexico with them, coordinate their schedule, and do all this kind of stuff. I ain't have time for that. So I'm like, okay, I can choose Ohio or New Mexico. I don't know much about New Mexico, and y'all ain't answering y'all phones. So I don't know. So I didn't know. But I knew because I connected with Amy that people in Ohio, when they're doing remote online notarizations, they have quite a bit of flexibility, right? They have, hold on, I need to verify my identity real quick. Hold on, put the puzzle piece together. I hit my hour mark, so we need to get through this. So Ohio has flexibility, right? Ohio has flexibility when it comes to Ron. Still got to follow the rules, but they got flexibility, right? And so I was like, hey, Amy, I need a notary, a remote online notary in Ohio. This is what I would like to do. I'm gonna do I facilitate Ron. So again, remember, I'm in Georgia. I cannot do Ron. I cannot perform Ron. And if somebody is doing it, y'all going to jail because I saw another notary literally hopping on Zoom and notarizing shit. You going to jail because I'm telling you, I'm straight up telling you. No, I'm joking. Once I find your phone number or your email address, I'm gonna email you and let you know that you're not supposed to be doing that before we get in trouble. Because that is literally a $5,000 fine and up to 2 years incarceration. I'm not built for jail. You might be, but I'm not. But anyway, let's get back to this Ohio story. Long story short, I was trying to find somebody that can help me with my facilitation of this run for the client that's in Ohio and also in New Mexico. Because guess what? If those documents are being notarized by an Ohio notary, guess where your boy can submit the apostille for both of them? Eh? Speed. My client needs this done quickly. And so if not, I would have had to find a notary in New Mexico and get that all done and then submit the apostille, either if it was an in-person notarization, I don't know, New Mexico, can y'all do Ron? I don't know. Y'all didn't answer y'all phones, so I don't know. But if they couldn't, I would have to find a notary out there, meet with the client, see if that notary would be willing to package up all the stuff for me. I would email them everything, the label. They just have to go to UPS and get the envelopes, right? And I will complete the form. I would include the money order. I would actually send them the money, and then they'd have to go get the money order for me, right? But see if they're willing to do that and then submit it to the Secretary of State, and then have the Secretary of State forward it back to me in Georgia, right? Like I didn't have time for that because I had already wasted a full day trying to find a notary. And so I was like, hey, anyway, I was giving Taylor's info. This is the funny story. Sorry, I get space cadetty sometimes. Taylor texted me, and she's like, she told me it was her. She told me her name, and I thought it was her mom. I was drinking Taylor. That's why. And she was like, I was trying to go to bed. I had already had my nightcap. I was ready to go to sleep. But we were texting back and forth because I was trying to get this notary, this Ron set up. And I was talking, I thought I was talking to Amy. And she's like, yeah, this is Taylor, by the way. And I was like, oh, what? Well, anyway, everything I just said to send from your mom to send to you, you do it, please. Anyway, she helped me. We got it taken care of. There was a bunch of tech issues because my clients, I deal with a lot of clients who are English as their second or third language, right? So I had to help them through their tech issues. But anyway, long story short, Haley got us. She got it. She did it. She did the thing. She got us squared away. There a possible like the process when we were actually able to connect my clients with her, it was done in less than 10 minutes. When I say less than 10 minutes, the forms are notarized, right? She did everything she needed to do. I don't know what they do on the session because I wasn't there. She did everything she needed to do legally. The forms were signed by the client. They were signed by Taylor. They were notarized by Taylor. And I literally had the electronically signed documents in less than 10 minutes. You know what your boy did? Went on the Ohio website, printed out the apostille request form, printed out the signed document, signed and notarized document from the client, went ran to the bank, got a cashier's check. I did it with both of them, right? Both of them. Put them in an envelope, walked my little happy behind the 2 minutes over. Well, I drove because I'm lazy. Drove the 2 minutes over here to UPS, dropped it in the mail on Friday, and guess who received it? They are actively processing my apostille right now. There is no way that I would have been able to get this back to the client in their deadline time without the help of Taylor. Anyway, y'all, that was really long. Taylor, I appreciate it. And guess what? Because she took care of me, Taylor, didn't I call you or I didn't call you? I text you today. I'm like, hey, I got another apostille. It's going to be 3 signers. We're trying to, they want to do it all together because I recommended they separate it. So we would have did 3 appointments with Taylor, but they want to do it all together because the attorney's going to charge them a doc prep fee for all 3 of them. So I'm like, that's fine. If she can just prepare your documents and y'all can all sign at the same time, we're going to get you all on camera. Again, this is a client. I think 2 of them are in Georgia and the other one's in Jersey, right? And the reason I'm using Ohio is I know there's other states that can probably do it just as fast. I know Florida. I know y'all can help me, right? But I know right now that Ohio is processing stuff at lightning speed rates. Like they get it, they process it, and it's back in the mail to me within 28, less than 48 hours. Other states, it may take them 2, 3 days to do it. That can do Ron, right? I don't got time for that. I'm trying to get this back to my client so they can have their documents, number one, and two, so your boy can get paid because I'm going on vacation and I need that vacay money. Right? But anyway, if y'all need Taylor, she here. She here to help y'all out. I tell y'all, if somebody take care of me, I'm gonna take care of them. Y'all better be nice to Taylor because I ain't Taylor. If somebody mean to you, let me know. I'm kicking out the group. I'm just messing with y'all. But for real, be nice to my new notary friends. Yeah, anyway, that was a long story. So Taylor, right now I'm in the middle of those 2 apostilles. I can't wait to get them back. I should have them. I'll check tracking later. Because once the return label gets scanned, I will get an email and then I'll know. I should hopefully get that back by Thursday. I'm the one that I sent over to Ohio, and then I'll be sending another one because of my client. Like, I need this immediately. I'm like, I got you. I got you. As soon as your attorney gets those documents, email them to me immediately. Email them to me immediately. But anyway, yeah, I like Cyberize It, y'all. I really do. I like I like the site, the what do you call it, whatever it's called, the platform, because Amy got me good. She got me right. She got me straight. She got me set up as I'm a signing service on her platform, and so that way the clients send me all their info because they're my clients, right? I have it anyway. Like if they appear before me to do a notarization, I already have their driver's license. So therefore, I can just use all of that information to Taylor definitely taught me some things. I can use all that info to set up the appointment on their behalf. So I don't have to do all that. I'm like, hey, the appointment's at 4 o'clock. I'm going to be giving you a phone call at 3:50. Be ready, because this is what I need to happen. I need you to get through your KBA. I need you to upload your ID, and I need you to be ready to connect with my notary. Even though Taylor was very patient, the normal process is if the appointment's at 4 o'clock, I'm probably going to call you at 3:45 and make sure that you get through the tech stuff and you sitting there waiting when my notary is ready because they ain't got time to be sitting around for you, right? Um, so that's the normal process if we don't have tech issues. And so, yeah, anyway, that's how I facilitate y'all. That's the secret. That's literally how I don't lose business as a Georgia notary. I can't be wrong, but guess what? You bet you're behind. I can facilitate it. Don't we facilitate apostilles all the time? What's the difference? Like, I meet the client, I pick up the documents, I am notarize it if I need to. I literally carry them over to the clerk's authority, give it to them. They do the apostille. I get the documents back, and I take them back to my client. This way, I'm just doing the exact same thing, but electronically. I collect the documents from my client, I upload them to the platform. Taylor or another notary, depending on the platform and the state that I'm using, because certain states I do need certain, based on the request of the client, I do need certain things to happen, and not all states can do everything, right? And so it depends on the platform I'm using. I upload the documents or I email them to the notary, and then they'll upload them for me. They tag everything. That's the term they use. I don't know. They tag everything where people are going to be clicking and signing and all that kind of stuff. And I talk to my client. I'm like, hey, what did you need to do? They're like, oh, I need to answer the KBA. Answer the KBA, right? Slow down. Answer the questions. I can't answer it for you. Obviously, it's about you. Answer the questions. Now what do they want you to do? Oh, they want me to upload my passport. Cool. Is there a QR code? Is there a link? Click the link. Scan the QR code. Put your passport on the table. Don't try to hold it in your hand. Put it on the table. Put me on speakerphone so I can make sure you did it right. I hear the sound. I'm like, good. Now what are they asking? Oh, they want the back of my ID. Turn your ID over, right? You'd be surprised how many people struggle. They're like, what do you need now? They want me to take the picture of the back of my ID. Put that shit over. Let's get it done, right? And it's like, congratulations, you're ready to go. And I'm like, great. I'll text the notary like, hey, they're ready to go. They're like, cool. I see them coming in. And as soon as I hear that this call is being recorded, I'm like, bye, I gotta go. Anyway, long story short, that's how I do my business. Let's see. I appreciate you being here, Taylor. Yeah. Y'all see her handle, and everybody else on other platforms. If you need her contact information, just let me know. I ain't giving her direct phone number out to none of y'all. I will put you in contact with her via email or something like that. If you're in a Notary Buddy community, I will make sure I add her to the list of our trusted Ron remote online notaries. So I'll add her as a trusted Ron. Uh, so let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. Mr. Nean says, I'm completing the paperwork to be to do a apostille in Oregon. Ms. Janine, what paperwork you enlist? Oh, that's you are in Oregon. Thank you. Yeah, not a laptop. Not a laptop. um, Ms. Janine, when you're saying you're completing a paperwork for Oregon, what paperwork are you referring to? Because to the best of my knowledge, and I don't know everything, I don't know everything. I'm the first one to say, correct me if I'm wrong. But to the best of my knowledge, there's no state, look, I'm going straight to Oregon right now, that requires you to have documentation to facilitate an apostille. Because right now, again, all we do is just essentially courier the documents. So you're asking, this is a different stamp than the notary stamp? Yes, it is. I have one. This is for Georgia. This is for Georgia. So for an apostille, Ms. Janine, I know you're busy. I have a free apostille course. Look, y'all better get that course because when I sign up to be an advisor, if they want me to do an apostille course, it's going to be a conflict of interest. So y'all better go get my course on. It's free, right? It's always be free. Um, so this is what it looks like for the state of Georgia, if you can see. So the document that I notarize is behind here, right? That's this little paper behind it. But this right here, this is what an apostille looks like. I'm covering up the ID number. This is what an apostille looks like. This is the cover page. It will all look very similar to this. Every state may be a little bit different. They may be in color. They may be black. We got all things, right? So for state of Georgia, we have this seal. And then also we have this one right here. Only what is called the official term is a competent authority are the only ones that can issue an apostille. So that means only the Secretary of State. So only an employee has been granted the authority via the Secretary of State can do an apostille, right? Literally, they are the only ones that can do an apostille. We just facilitate the process by meeting with the client because a lot of them need to be notarized, not every single one. I teach you that in a course, which ones need to be notarized and which ones don't need to be notarized. Um, and so if it needs to be notarized, that's where we come in as a notary with our notary seal, right? We do the things we got to do. They appear before us. We verify their identity. They willingly sign. We sign. We notarize. That's our notary duty. Yes, there's other things in between those things, right? But that's what I'm terming the five basics. We do that. We put our stamp on it, and then we take it to the Secretary of State, Department of State, clerk's office, whatever I know one state is the probate courts. Whoever does your apostilles, take it to them, and then they will apostille it for you, right? And then they give it back to you, and then you just literally courier it, take it right back to your client, right? Just take it right back to your client. So yeah, there's no extra. There's no extra. Unless you are an employee of the Secretary of State, there's no extra anything that you need to perform apostille. The extra that we need to know as notaries that is beneficial to our clients. I don't think I talked about this in a course directly. I didn't say it this way anyway. The thing that I'm just going to go off my numbers here in Georgia. I know some people don't like whatever I tell y'all price wise. If your state allows it, add 20% to it because I know I use low numbers. I do it purposefully. So if you can do a notarization in your state and you can charge your mileage and all the with your stamp, let's call it one stamp. Let's say you can charge a total of $20. That's it. $20, right? You charge $20 for the notarization, but then on top of that, they need an apostille. The apostille is outside of your notarial act, right? That is outside of your notarial duties. So unless your state dictates on what you can charge for courier services and mileage and all that kind of stuff, this is where we make more money. So we can charge $20, for example, for demonstrative purposes, right? I think that's actually that word. You charge $20 over here to do the notary. Someone's like, hey, I need an apostille. And let's just say you're within 20 minutes or less of the office that apostilles the documents. I personally, in my business, for one page, they needed 48-hour turnaround time, and they bill with that. It's 125. That's in addition to my notary service, right? That's in addition to my notary service. I charge them 125. If they need it any sooner, it's $100, $100 extra because I got to drop everything I'm doing. I mean, the next day, we'll see how I feel, right? But it's a 125. They get it back in 48 business hours. And holidays don't count because I love how holidays. Like I don't know what these holidays this year think they're doing because they love falling on a Friday and a Monday. I'm like, look, y'all messing up my business. Right? I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be 4 days because there's a holiday on a Friday and a Monday. You're gonna get it back on Wednesday, right? Or Tuesday if I push it, right? Anyway, um, so I will charge them 125. Why? Because I'm literally driving the documents for them. I'm sitting in the traffic. I'm doing all this kind of stuff, right? That's the cost. But when it comes down to it, they're literally paying me for my expertise because they don't know how to do an apostille. They don't know how to submit a document to make sure that there's going to be. If I notarize it, I know it's 100% acceptance rate. I know that, right? They don't know that. They don't know that. If they just literally, I'm literally in the office and I see people walk in and they submit their documents and they're like, hey, this document needs to be notarized. So they're like, are you serious? They literally just took off work, half day, whole day, whatever it is. Go get these documents apostilled, and they get there. They wait the 10 minutes for their thing, and they're like, yeah, we can't notarize this for you, or we can't apostille this for you. The office that we go to, our office is not notarized. I don't know why they don't, but I mean, I guess they don't want to be liable. I don't know. But they do not notarize documents. I don't know if it's conflict of interest or what. Our county, like our county clerk's office, they don't notarize either. Where we get sworn in, they don't notarize documents for us. It's crazy to me. Anyway, so yeah, they pay me 125 for my expertise. It probably still ain't enough. That's why I say y'all add 20%, 50%, whatever you want to that number to make it work for your business. Again, it's because I'm close by, I can do it, and I no longer offer 24-hour turnarounds. Can I do it? Absolutely. This one, I went and picked up from my client. Um, he lived, he literally lived within 10, 15 minutes max of the apostille office. I went and picked it up from him. I checked the traffic. I'm like, cool, I can get there in 11 minutes. When I did it, I literally could have dropped it off on the way back because I passed his house on my way home. I'm like, I won't. I will not. He will get it in 48 hours. He will get it in 2 business days because that's how I decide to structure my business. Because if I do that and he requests another one from me and he's going to expect that same turnaround, I made that mistake. I'm like, yeah, if you want it the same day, it's $100 extra. So it's 225. Did I do it the same day? I did. But for me to like give it back to you, I don't want you thinking that because I made that mistake already. And I have a client, past client, because I refused to work with her, that she wanted me to do it, and she wanted me to keep turning these around same day. The problem is she would call me at 2 o'clock. I'm like, if you need it done same day, I need to have those documents in my hand. 2 o'clock is pushing it because of traffic. Because that 18 minutes that it will normally take me to get there, it will take 45 both ways. And I still got to meet you. And she needed it before 5. I'm like, that may not happen. Right. And I would like be breaking my neck to do this for her. And then I was only charging her $100. And I was like, no, same day as 225. She refused to pay. I'm like, you ain't getting these documents. Like, you know this already. She's like, but you did it before. And I was like, yeah. And when I did that before, I had to send $200 worth of notary appointments out to somebody else. Anyway, end of story. I just learned a lot, and I don't want y'all to make the same mistake. So, Miss Janine, yeah, that's what I was on. I was answering your question. That's why they pay us the extra money to do the apostilles, right? And again, my price is based on how close I am. Some of you guys may not have flexibility in your schedules like I do. Both me and my other half, we run our business from home. Like, right, it's not necessary. It's necessary for me to leave because I got to go do notifications. But it's not necessary for him to leave. So I'm like, hey, can you go and run this for me? And he can go and run it to the office and get it done. So I do have that flexibility. Some of my notary buddies are 2 hours, 3 hours away, and then they got to mail stuff, they got to ship things, and so they do charge more because it costs them more. And if their client is an hour from them, they're 3 hours from the office. It's probably easier for them just to coordinate a notary in that area to go run out. And so now they got to pay that notary. So they may charge way more than I do because I know one of my notary buddies started at 250. I'm like, damn. And then we talked through it, and I was like, oh, you sure you're making money at 250? And she was like, barely. I was like, oh, you probably could charge a little bit more, right? But she's like, if she does, then she prices herself out of the market. So I'm like, I get it. Anyway, my notary business, me charging 125. Again, I'm intending to raise my prices every quarter until somebody tells me that's too much. So I started at 75. I went up to 100. Now I'm at 125. Right. So I do raise it incrementally every quarter until somebody's like, that's too much. But for me, a apostille will be a volume business, not a quality business, if that makes sense. Right. I'm not going to charge somebody $300 for singular Georgia. If they have multiple, of course, I do charge them extra for that. I got to be honest, because this is the thing. People are like, "Oh, it's your time. It's your extra time." I'm like, yeah. Like, if they give me 3 documents that need to be apostille, I'm literally already in the office. By the time I hand the ladies in the back the documents and they start processing it, it takes them 5 minutes or less from the time they look at it, verify it, and put the stamp in the paper and grommet on it. It's like 2 minutes per apostille. So I'm like, are you really gonna charge them an extra $100 for 2 minutes of your time? Go off if you do. I battled for that with that for a while, right? So I was trying to decide, and as of right now, for this quarter, the first one's 125. They got to be processed the same time. If you do one today and then one tomorrow, it's 125, 125. But if you do one today, and then you include 2 additionals, I do have tiered pricing. I don't remember what it is. I just updated it on my website. I think it's like 45 bucks for the second one, right? Because I need to charge, and I charge him that because that's my courier fee. So I'm charging him that. Um, I know some people in the market don't really dislike me for that. I just don't know. I'll keep raising my prices every quarter until I feel I hit a sweet spot, right? Um, that's just me. So y'all take it with a grain of salt. Y'all can charge more. Charge 125 per, right? I don't go for it. I don't care. Um, so yeah, it's a volume business for me. It's not a quantity business. People are like, it's your time, it's your time. I'm like, yeah, I get it, it's my time. But look, when I go run three, four, five, six of them at the same time, and each person, let's just say out of those six, let's just say three, there's three different individuals. I've already gotten 125, 125, 125, and if they have additional documents, I just got 45 for each additional document until they get up to 10. Then I think I drop it down to 25 after like for 11 through 20 or something like that. I'm trying to rob nobody's grandma, so that's just me personally. I don't. Um, and look, in a year from now, I'll probably be saying something different. Y'all want to know why I ain't hit 6 figures yet? That's why. Because I ain't robbing people grandma out here in these northern streets. Shit. I went off on a tangent. Hopefully, y'all learned something. How do I sign up for your course? Miss Janine, if you're still here, I know I rambled for a minute. Did you already join the Notary Buddy community? I feel that you're in there. If you're already in there, um, it's just in the learning tab section. Let me let me clear my screen real quick so y'all can see stuff. Oh, I never even finished looking up the Ohio thing. We don't need y'all seeing people's email addresses. Let's clear this. I'm just gonna do it on TikTok because other platforms y'all already know how to get up in there. So TikTok, I'm gonna turn the camera around real quick, real quick. Okay, you're still here. Cool. Flip camera. Yeah, flip camera. Here we go. So this is inside the Notary Buddy community. Um, so first of all, once you get requested, I will let you in. Where am I looking? Here we go. Let me zoom in so y'all can see. So once you join the community, hold on, it's not zooming. Double tap. There we go. Once you join the community, I told you I'm talking about Ron. Go to the learning tab right here. Hold on. It's easier for me to do this if I just take it out of the holder. There we go. Click on the learning tab. Boom, learning tab. And it is literally the first course right there. See that? See that number right there? See that? I guess it's not a number. See that word? Go and get it. I held nothing back. There are some other modules that I need to open. I just need to finish. I keep on saying this every 2 weeks. I just need to get it done. I need to edit them because I didn't like the way I said some stuff, so I re-recorded. I just need to edit it all together. But as of right now, it's all in there. Um, oh, I can't see it from this. Oh, it did. It did. Cool. They fixed it. It wouldn't let me in before. There we go. I got a disclaimer. I got an introduction. Tell you what an apostille, the purpose, who issues an apostille. So that answers your question right there. Miss Janine, look, there's even quizzes up in here. Like, did you actually listen or were you tuning out? Were you spacing out? Take the quiz. Okay, cool. Now you can move on, right? Talk about all this. Like, literally, this is what I talk about. Here's examples. You need examples? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. I got plenty more. I just have not uploaded them yet. I got plenty of examples in here for you. And this is not a, hey, let me talk you through this, because I know I talk a lot on this app. Oh, I need to open up the other things that y'all don't have the marketing, y'all don't have the pricing yet. But I'm telling y'all how to do the pricing. It's not crazy. These are not. Can I go in there? These are literally ones that I've done. Right? Obviously, I this is not the client's real document. You know, I typed something up in Spanish and I asked my other half to read it. I was like, "Does this make sense?" Just because I have some Spanish speakers in there, right? And then I literally say, "Hey, this is literally what I did." I met with the client, they signed, they dated, I did my notarial stamp. I literally walked you through it. This is literally one example. It's 20 damn minutes because we don't skip no steps. I take you through from start to finish. Like this is everything you need to do. Whoops, I went out too far. And anyway, I do that with other examples as well. Um, we have Apostle that's going to Colombia. We have, and that one's based in Georgia. This one going to the Philippines. I don't know where's this one based. I forgot. But anyone that I've ever done for any state, oh, this is Illinois. So in Illinois, that's how we did this one, right? Let's not go back again. So I keep doing that. Anyway, y'all get the concept, right? I was like, oh, you want to do another one? Here's the for those of you who allow copy certification. I gave you a passport there because that's going to be the most common one. And yes, we do have this beautiful person on the passport. I can't see his name right now, but it's like Roscoe, angry, funny face whiskers or something like that. Whatever. Yeah, I be making stuff for y'all. Anyway, so yeah, we can go through it. What was this one for? I don't. This was. I don't know what country. I don't know what state I processed this one in. I can't remember. Um, and then I show y'all how to do an FBI one, so a federal level, not FBI. But it was an FBI background check. So I teach y'all. There's no. I don't hold nothing back because I don't understand why people do that. Anyway, um, guess what? I can show you all. I can show you the world. But if you don't do it, it don't matter. So that's why I am never. People are like, but you're training your competition, and guess what? 13% of people get 50% to a course. 13%. One and a half, 2% actually finish a course. 3% finish a course. So 13% get halfway through. 3% finish the course, and less than 1% actually take enough action to do what they learned in the course. It's crazy, right? Oh, and this is one last thing I'll say about this, right? And I'll answer some more questions before we wrap it up. Uh, this is what happened when we only talk twice a week. I got a lot of stuff to say. So this is the crazy thing about it. So between the apostilles that I processed on Thursday and then again on, I think it was a Monday or Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. Anyway, it was a week. It was, I can look at the calendar again because I did the math. Oh, dang, I erased it. So anyway, it was 7 business days. 7 business days. Here's the point I want to prove for us, at least out here in Georgia. I can't prove it anywhere else in any other state. It was 7 business days between my apostilles that I processed, right? The last one I did and the first one I did in those 7 days. I looked at the number because we have an ID number on it. And that ID number lets us know the amount that were done. That's how you count it, right? There were 884, 884 apostilles processed between the time I did my last one and then I did my next one. You know what belief that broke for me? That there's not enough apostilles out. I just wanted to like sit there. I just had to look. I just had to do the math. I'm like, okay, this is what they did. This was my last one. This is the file number. Here's the file number for the new one. What's the difference between there, right? What's the delta, if that's what it's called? It was 884. That legitly, and I told my other half this, and his first response was, apparently there's a lot of apostilles out there. You just ain't getting them. I was like, well, damn, true, right? Like true. So again, that lit a fire under me. So guess what I've been doing all day today in between stuff? I have literally been revamping, going through, updating, scheduling stuff in my Google Business profile, adding FAQs. You want to know how you want to check and see I'm not lying? In the Notary Better community, I literally give you guys view access only to my Google Doc that I'm working off of, like my task that I'm doing for that day. Well, actually, I completed, then I put it on. I don't particularly keep a running to do list because it drives me crazy. I never finish. I'm like, okay, what's the biggest thing I need to work on? I need to get clients, which means I need to get leads. How do I get leads? Okay, I need to work on marketing stuff. How do I work on marketing stuff? I break it down that way, and then when I do it, I put it on the list. I did it, I put it on the list. Go look at the list for today. It's it's pretty hefty because guess what? Your boy trying to get a bigger slice of those 884 apostilles that were processed in 7 business days. I know some of y'all states are way busier than ours in Georgia, but guess what? Think about it. Think about it. Even if I got, well, let me do the math. 2%. Oh, what if I got 10%? We won't say 10%. I have to move the decimals over. If I got 10%, that's a lot. That is a lot. I ain't even gonna lie. That's a lot. I need to figure out how to not be scared of that number. Even if I got 10%, which would be 88, right? 88 um, of those, and let's just I can get 1% and be good for the week. But let's just say I got 88%. I got 88 of those in a month. I got 10% of what was processed in a 1 week. 1 week. If I got 10% of that at 88, let's just throw some away and say, yeah, they're having multiple done, right? So I don't know, let's just throw 25 of them away for the heck of it and say 25 of those were second, third, fourth, and fifth, right? That leaves me with 63. This is saying for the month. That's 63 times 125 minimum. I do charge more for business and corporate documents. I do charge more for those because sometimes they may take me a little bit more because I will request the what is it called, like their documents from the Secretary of State on their behalf, and I got to pay for that, right? If they don't have it, so I do charge them more. But anyway, think about that. What was the number? 63, I think. At 125, that's $7,800 for the month. This is why my notary and apostille business is about to come real heavy and real fat on apostilles, right? Because I have a goal of top line revenue of minimum 5 grand. I want to hover between 5 grand and 6,500. Can I get there offering $45 notary appointments? I absolutely can. I absolutely can. The math, and it works. I just have to do 4 to 7 because some days I ain't gonna do some, and some days I'm tired, some days I'm gonna sleep in, some days I'm gonna send the stuff to Lisa or other notary buddies. But I would have to do 4 to 7 $45 appointments per day that I work. I had to be honest with myself. I looked back through my notary journal. I literally gave Chat GPT. I was like, "Hey, here's my I'm missing one journal. It's in storage. I have to go find it." I'm like, "Here's the data from the last 2.5 years of how many appointments I have, like per week, each day, the amount I charge, and what it was. Power of attorney, general notary work. I don't know what it was. Right? I gave it all that data, and it's like, sir, you got a lot of work to do to average four to did I say four or was it five? I think it was 5 to 7. To average 5 to 7 appointments per working day. And it literally asks because I have it do deep thoughts with me. It's like, are you willing to commit the amount of work based on your current business to get to that level? And I was like, I don't know, maybe. What does it look like? It gave me the plan. I'm like, hell no. Hell no, I ain't looking to do that much work. So, and this is the thing, Chat will laugh at me. I responded, hell no, I'm not. And Chat said, ha ha ha, that's actually pretty on brand for you. I was like, you bet your ass it is. And I was like, okay, so based on other services that I offer, what would you recommend? And it said, you should probably stick to or market heavily on these three, specifically lower end. I mean, I'm still gonna do my $45 appointments because that's money. I ain't gonna not do visiting state no, hold on, assisted living facilities, hospitals, because my rates for those are 75 or 85. It just depends. I got to pay for parking and the amount of time you need, right? They're 75 or 85. Starting, you need to work with estate planning attorneys more than you're doing right now. I don't remember the number. I don't like putting numbers because I end up lying to you guys. But essentially, I need to triple what I'm already doing with them. And or you need to process approximately 40 apostilles a month. So my goal for the next 60 days is to get to 20 a month. I need to maintain that over the next 60 days. Um, I'm already at 4, and since we're going to combine the next one, it would have put me at 9, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't do math. 4, 5, 6. It would have put me at 7. But we're going to combine it, so it's going to only put me at 5 or 6. So that's fine. That's what it is, right? That's what it is. So I got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of work to do, and y'all know I'm never gatekeeping. I share it with y'all. So if you're interested, if you're in a Notary Buddy community, because that's the only place I'm going to share it, and I can ask y'all not to share it anywhere else, but y'all gonna do it anyway. So I don't care. I ain't even gonna ask. So I'm only sharing it in the Notary Buddy community. I have a Google Doc in there that y'all can see, and you can literally see what I'm working on, what I'm doing, what I'm posting, what I'm adjusting, what I'm moving around, what I'm putting in the garbage can. I have it all documented on there, right? And y'all can see when I actually work on it. So if y'all ask me like, "Oh, hey, how's your stuff going?" and I tell you, "Oh, I've been working on it for the last 3 days," and you want to see I haven't touched it in 5 days, you know I'm lying, right? Right? And so it is what it is because I missed like 6 days. I was like, "Dang," but I made up for it today. I put a lot of hours in today. Anyway, long story short, that's how I'm growing my business. That's how I'm intending to grow in it. It told me exactly what I need to do, and I'm going out there to do it. And I decided to split the business. I'm like, I need 20, 20, I need to get up to 50% of my revenue needs to come from apostilles. But right now, I'm going to shoot for 10 to 15 for the next 30 days. And then after that, I'm going to be trying to push it to 20 to 25. I try to stair step my way up so I don't feel like a failure when I don't hit my goals. I tell my other half this all the time. We as entrepreneurs we love to make big goals, like BHAGs, big audacious goals, right? Big hairy audacious goals. That's what I think they're called, BHAGs, right? And then I'm gonna be honest, a lot of times we don't hit them. And we know we should celebrate. We know we should celebrate, right? Even because before we were at zero, we set a goal, and even if we only got two, we should celebrate those twos. But for whatever reason, the human part of our brains, the way that we're wired, society, parents, I don't know what it is, we go straight to the negative and we're like, well, damn, I only got two. And you get in that downward spiral, right? And so I know that's how our brains are wired. So I'm either you got to work on rewiring it, right? And that is not or, and along the way, I always do this. I stack because business is just a game. It's just a game. And the parts of the game that I can control, I stack the odds in my favor. I know some people are like, but you're not pushing yourself, man. Uh, I literally structure my business where I know I can win. Like, why wouldn't you? It's like one of the biggest things you have control over. I'm not saying, I'm not saying that I'm gonna be lazy and only set my goal for 3. I know I can hit 3. That's not a challenge for me, right? So I'm like, okay, let's look at percentages. This percentage tells me I need to hit 12. I've never done 12. Do I believe I can do 12? Absolutely. And you know what also it prompted me? Other people that I've done apostles before or with before, guess who's getting a text message? Guess who's getting an email asking if they have referrals? That's how I'm gonna make sure I get to my 12. I don't know if it was actually 12, but the percentage number tells me what it is. I'm not looking at it right now because if I do, I'm gonna get distracted. So anyway, so hopefully that helped y'all out. It is a numbers game. It is, as Lisa said, it's a numbers game. It is a numbers game, and I choose to stack those numbers in my favor so that I can win. Because every time you win, you want to keep going. I'll say this, and I'll move on to something else, unless there are other questions refer to this. Yeah, if y'all have ever looked at Dave Ramsey's snowball for debt snowballing, to get you to pay off the credit card debt or like the personal loan debt that has the smallest amount because you like if you agree to do this, you know you can keep on chunking throwing $50 at it. If it's $25 and you can throw $50 at it, you know you're gonna get it paid first, right? I think that's how his method goes. I don't know. But you know you're gonna like when you do it and you get it paid off, you're like, "Woo, I feel good." Now let's go ahead and tackle the one that's $125 a month because now I have that extra money, right? So why not? Who is this? Miss Nancy, I see you. You joined the Notary community. I need to go over there and let y'all in, right? I'm keep talking. You know you're gonna win at that kind of stuff, right? So why not stack your business the same way? Just do those micro wins, baby. Micro wins every day. Micro wins. Because I know wake up as part of my process. I know I can wake up and ask chat 3 questions about my business and how to improve it. Do I have to implement them? No, but I did it. Was that a win for me? Absolutely. Uh, Let me answer some of these questions real quick, and then we're gonna do celebrations. Let people in the group in the community. Hey, Jamel, how's Jamel? How's it going? Um, I appreciate y'all, Lisa and everybody else. Look, Lisa asked me where we at for my 100 for 100. I just admitted I skipped like 6 days, so I had to make up for it today. I had to do a lot of making up. Um, But also, it taught me a lesson about pivoting because I did have like the next 30 days or so planned out, and I was like, I gotta pivot because the next 30 days that I already had pre-planned out was not gonna get to me to my goals, especially me taking a week off, right? It's not gonna get me to my goals. Um, am I gonna stop marketing while I'm gone for that time? Hell no. Hell no. I'm gonna keep marketing and marketing hard. I'm just gonna send everything out. My other half decided to stay behind, so I'm gonna have him do stuff. I'm gonna call other people to do stuff. Because guess what? I'm gonna be in Texas. Sorry, Texas Notary buddies. I thought I was gonna have time to meet up with you guys. I don't think I'm going to, unless we can squeeze something in on my last day. Um, but well, I'll try my best. I'll try my best. But guess what? I can still facilitate an apostille all the way from Texas, even if it's in Georgia. All I gotta do is call a notary, and that notary gonna either be my other half, and if he ain't available, or if I think it's something a little bit above his notarial ability, I'm gonna call somebody else. They're gonna tell me what they're gonna charge me, and I'm gonna have them do it. And I'm gonna say, hey, take them documents with you, and I'm gonna come pick them up from you, right? Or I'm gonna send him to go pick them up from you. I'm still gonna do that apostille. And depending on who it is, I'm like, hey, you wanna do this? You wanna split it? You already know what I charge, so it ain't gonna be a lot. I'm like, you wanna split 70-30? Yeah, yeah. Right. Um, you take the 70, I'll take the 30. At least I still get some. We'll negotiate, right? We'll negotiate. Okay, good, good, good. I think I'm caught up. I'm back to where I am. Let me breeze through these questions real quick. I've been certified since November and not gotten an apostille yet. I want to though. Oh, that's Dr. Sabrina. Look, this is the crazy thing. I felt that I was getting more calls for apostilles when I wasn't ready to do it, right? I mean, I know that's not true. That's how it was feeling. Like another apostille call, and I just referred it out, right? But the only reason I think the reason I started getting them is because my no the Googles, right? The Googaloo. That's the only way that I've been getting them. Like I have not done a single in-person marketing for an apostille. It is only on Google and only on my website. If y'all saw my post in the Notary Buddy community, today alone I got two more requests. One via email. Maybe that was one of y'all shopping around. I don't know. I did get one via email. They're asking about the price and everything. I told them, hey, I need to know answer these three questions. I can give you a price. The price is 125, but it depends on what you can need though. If you need more than that, we may have to, talk about pricing more. Um, so I will be following up with them. And then also somebody I worked with earlier, they texted me and said, hey, we got three apostilles that need to be done. I would prefer to combine them if we possibly can. We're in two different states. And I was like, the only way to do that is to do Ron. Even though you here in Georgia, can I notarize your stuff? Absolutely. But if you want to combine it all on one set of documents, we got to do Ron. We got to do online notarization. And I'm calling my girl Taylor in Ohio. That's how we gonna do it. How good are you? How good are your siblings with technology? Do I need to call them and help them, or are you gonna call and help them? 'Cause it's gonna be technology heavy, right? And I told her what we were gonna do, and then I have another half repeated in Spanish to make sure we got it all. And she's like, "Perfect, let's do it." And she's like, "How much is it gonna cost?" I ordered her right over the phone. I'm like, "This is what it's gonna start at. We're gonna have three signers. It's gonna be more. I'm gonna have to charge you more for three signers because the notary's gonna charge me more, right? Because the platform's gonna charge her more. So it's gonna go up. But this is about where we're gonna be." She's like, perfect. I'm like, okay, cool. As soon as you get them documents from your attorney, email me over. We're gonna get it set up. How do we register to get business for apostilles, Ms. Janine? Oh, you already asked this a minute ago. I'm just catching up, right? Watch the course. It's not in the course yet, but it'll be there. But Google Business Profile. Join the Motivated community. I think you're already in there. In the marketing section, if y'all don't see it on the regular thread, on the marketing section, shoot, let me turn this around real quick. One more again. On the marketing section, everybody else, I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna keep. I can't do all the phones, all the cameras at once. Let me go to it. Flip camera. Can I pull it out? There we go. In the marketing section, let's get out of the not the marketing section. Yeah, it is the marketing section. Let's get this out of the way. What's behind here? Oh, wait, it is me looking at me. So right here, I mean, it pops up in the thread. So in the lobby area, this is the main thread. Hold on, let's get this out of the way. So y'all can see everything that's posted, right? The only thing y'all can't see, unless you're a Georgia notary, right? Because the Georgia notary group is closed. It's a secret little group. That's what that little icon means. But right here, if you don't see it in the thread because a lot of people are posting over here, go right here to the marketing thread, and I literally share with you guys. I was doing it Mondays and Thursdays because that's when I'm posting on my Google Business profile, Facebook, Instagram, all of it. I literally share with you guys what I'm posting. Let's do it this way. Literally, here's the date that I have it scheduled to go out. Here's target market, power attorneys, specifically caretakers, right? And I do a cute little message to y'all, or I think it's cute, whatever. Um, the title, the copy. It's my stuff. Switch it. If it's not compliant with your state, switch it out. Take it out, right? Um, this is just a general one, but if you're posting on Google, don't include the phone number, right? This is just general because I post on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and also Google, right? It just depends on which platform I'm posting on, what my call to action is going to be. It's called the CTA. And then on top of that, I give y'all, like, I mean, I don't give it to you, but you can see it. This is literally what I created to post as an image because I was getting bored of my standard looking at my own face. And so I just, oh, let me tell you how I did these real quick. See this photo? It's super yellow, but nobody cares. Everybody cares, apparently. I mean, the only two people care is one of my notary buddies and then my spouse. I'm like, I don't care. It works for my purposes. I literally just set up my camera on my phone on the same tripod. Um, and I just put on what I had on this shirt and a sweater, and I just switched out shirts. And I just literally took like I made 5 different poses, and I just took a picture. Switched, like I did all 5, switched the shirts, took a picture, and that's the only thing I use for my marketing. I've literally been using these for almost 2.5, 3 years, the exact same photos. Y'all be paying for these photo shoots, be paying these people all these hundreds of dollars. Look, phone, tripod, and you got a tripod because I didn't have one for many years. I put a stack of books, and I leaned my phone against that stack of books, and I got on my knees and took photos. So I'm telling y'all, that's kind of stuff. I'm cheap. Let me rephrase that. I'm not cheap. I will spend the money if I got it. Um, I'm cash flow conscious because the more money I spend, that means the less cash flow I have in my business. Anyway, so yeah, and here's the secret. Since I did not give you guys this directly, if you really want to, and if you have Canva or if you're using Canva, literally the image is in the community. Just do this. See how I just right clicked on it? Oh my gosh, save as, upload it in Canva. Well, if y'all want to change the color, that's gonna be an issue. You can't do that, right? Or you just go recreate the whole dang on thing in Canva. But if you don't care about the color, guess what you can do? Go to Canva and get like look, I'm about to give y'all some secrets real quick. Um, no, I don't have time to do it. But anyway, go to Canva because I can't type with one hand. That's why I don't have time to do it. Go to Canva, download this image, go to Canva, upload that image, and then just do something like this. Let me show you real quick. I guess I can. Sorry, TikTok and Facebook. We'll join the community. Uh, look, I've been working on apostilles out there. Think I'm lying? Apostille manny up in here. Or heavy. I probably shouldn't say that word. Apostille heavy up in here. What was I trying to do? Let's just open one of these. And let's just go to a fresh page that has nothing on it. Look. Oh look, see, I'm not lying. Here's all the photos I took, or some of them. And I just use the same ones over and over. I just recycle them bad boys. See, I tell you, I'm not lying. This is literally what I do. So let's just add a new page. Oops, I duplicated it. I just need to add a new page. Let's pretend y'all went to camp. We got a new thing. Let's literally save this image as. Let me show you how quick this is to rip off what I did. I ain't trying to redo the whole thing. I'm just doing it real quick. I downloaded it to my computer. Oh, dang, where'd it go, though? Is it this one? Yeah, there it is. Oh, I think it downloaded as a web page, so that may not work. Anyway, download it, slap it right in Canva. Oh, look. I can't look through the camera. That as a background. Oh, look, it's the right size. Go over here to elements. Get one of these things. The square, the whatever it's called. Oh my gosh. I gotta look on the screen. I can't look through the camera. Oh my gosh, what did I just do? Duplicate it. Oh my gosh. Well, this the bottom half might be ugly. Y'all may want to crop that off. But I'm just showing y'all how easy it is to like rip off somebody's stuff. I don't do it because I can recreate my own. But if y'all ain't tech savvy like me, then look, here y'all go right here. You're like, oh, but that's the wrong color. Guess what? Click on it, go to the little color wheel, go over here, click on, oh, y'all can't see it. Click on that, get this little eyedropper tool, go back over here, boom, same color. Put your own shit right there. That's all it is. Oh my gosh, what do I do down here for the bottom? Same thing. Well, this one's a little bit harder because it's a gradient. Go over here to the eyedropper tool, grab that eyedropper tool, go back over here, boom. You can't even tell that is there. And I will do the same thing for this image. But on there, instead of a rectangle, I would use a circle. Oh my gosh, look, a circle. Cover that bad boy up. Hold on, I gotta look through the computer, not through the phone. Let's just fit it, cover it up. Is everything hidden, even my hair? And guess what you do? Click on it. Go to the color wheel, eyedropper tool. Get that eyedropper tool. Get as close to as you possibly can before you run over the gray. Right? You want to get the little yellow that's right there. Get that yellow. Look, all the Daryl stuff is gone. All of Ladero, y'all can't see it. I apologize, Facebook. I'll just walk through y'all something. All the Daryl stuff is gone. Look, get a text. Click on the text box. I don't know why I'm showing y'all this because I don't mind, right? Because Lisa said it. I'm the only me. I'm the only me. I don't know what I had there, but put your company's name. You have a photo of yourself that you like. Go to Elements. Go to what's the one you use? Frame. Type in frames and get a circle frame. Boop. You got a picture of yourself that you like. Um, oh, where is it? I can't see. I can't see. Uploads. Um, let's just use this. This is one of the photos. Just pretend this is you, right? Got a picture you like? Go ahead and drag and drop it right in there, and then go ahead and resize it. And whatever I put down there, y'all do the same thing or something. There you go. That's how you rip off my designs if you want to do it that way. Because these I'm not sharing, and it's not because I don't want to. It's because they have paid elements. And if you don't have a Canva paid account, you can't use them. That's the only reason. That is the only reason. But I have shared dozens and dozens of templates for you guys. It's just recently I got bored of my own templates and I started making more. But anyway, here's another one. March 24th. This is what I posted. Power of attorney again for healthcare. I was on my power of attorney kick. Another power of attorney. Here's the image. You already got these. I shared this template with y'all, so you already have it. See how simple it is? Ain't nothing crazy. And I just shared across all my socials. That's how I'm getting business. That's how also I know though it stemmed from apostilles. I do the same thing with apostilles. So y'all saw my Canva. You guys saw how many apostille templates that I had on screen. I created like 20 today. Like I did like 20 of them. And they will be scheduled and posted because now I'm gonna go over to. I used to do posting Mondays and Thursdays. I'm gonna start posting 6 days a week. I'm just gonna flood the market with my stuff, right? Because your boy got to get to 5 grand, and I need to do estate planning and apostilles that need to get me there, right? And I know the approximate number of how many I need to do. So the only way to do that is flood the market. So my Georgia Notary buddies, y'all better do the same. Everybody else around the nation do the same. Anyway, let's get caught up. Rip off and duplicate. Exactly, Mr. Ion. Rip off and duplicate. Because guess what? Success leaves clues. It's called R&D, not research and development. It's called rip off and duplicate. That's R&D. For reals. Let me get caught up, and then we for reals go ahead and go. Because this is what happens when we only talk twice a week. I talk for a lot. Well, we should do one full on Canva one, right? We should do one full on Canva one. I know people have been asking for it, and I've just been too nervous to do it for you guys, just because I don't want to make it super high level. And yeah, anybody, Lisa said it. Anybody that's selling you guys apostille certificates or certifications, It means nothing. It means nothing unless you are the Secretary of State or a competent authority. That certification means nothing. Literally, unless you are a competent authority, which we are not, that certification that people are telling you means absolutely nothing. That was just literally a piece of paper saying this person paid me to listen to me talk and train. Hopefully, they learned something, and now they get a piece of paper. It's it's. I don't want to be mean, but it's more useless than a college degree. Um, yeah. If I would have, yeah, and I ain't about to go to college because I believe education is needed. I really do. So I do not like body slam and body shame college education. 'Cause that's just, um, let's, okay, I'm trying to get through this. I really appreciate y'all putting stuff in the chat and giving me likes. Um, every time I do that, it scrolls me all the way to the bottom. So I got to scroll back all the way. Let's see. It's a numbered game. Cool. That's what I see. That was familiar. That's what we were. It's official. Notary here. Okay. Let's go back up. Let's scroll back up. I wish there was a way to like lock the screen so I wouldn't scroll on. Yep. It's gonna take a minute. Let me see if I can scroll on the phone because that one is a little bit more easier, but I just can't see it that well. Asked there about certification. Okay, good. That's I think where we were. Um, I need my first pause. Oh, I missed a few things. Let's go back up. Gotta go even further. Janice. Oh my gosh, Miss Janine. I've been calling you Miss Janine. It's Denise this whole damn time. Denise. I mean, I don't know how they got stuck in my head because there's Denise and there's Janine. I must have gotten you guys swapped around. Miss Janice. That's Jordan's mama. She's in Oregon. Um, hold on. How do I sign up for your course? That's the last thing I answered. I have to get authentication in Oregon for apostille. Nope, nope, nope. We already talked about that. I have a question about apostille work. Being an apostille is just being a runner for the client. Miss Hope, Mitch Janice. Nah, I gotta stop calling you Janine. Miss Janice. Hopefully, all my ranting and rambling gave you an answer. So no, you do not like being an apostille is just being a runner for the client. Oh, to answer that, yes, essentially yes, right? There's more involved, if you want to call it that, but essentially you're doing the research because if the client do the research, they might as well just do it themselves. You're doing the research to make sure the documents are submitted properly to be accepted and processed properly, right? And then also, if the documents you're notarizing, you're notarizing it. And apart from that, yes, you were running the documents around, whether that's physically writing them or putting them in the mail to have them sent throughout the country. And that's the other thing. Once you get comfortable, I highly, highly, highly suggest that people do not, unless they don't want to do it. Don't turn out of state apostilles down because, again, it's literally the same as what you did for your own state. You look up, you research, you see the law, you see what's needed, and then you literally just relay that to your client as if you're the professional and say, hey, this is what we're going to need to do. I like to tell people, hey, this is the plan for success. They don't question. Before, when I was like, hey, yeah, it's going to Illinois. Illinois state requires this from us. Yes, the same thing. But I started getting pushback. I'm like, hey, for us to successfully pull this off, or for here's the plan for success, this is what we're gonna need, and this is what I need from you. They don't question it because I sound professional, not knowing that 10 minutes ago I was just on Ohio's website looking it up, like, what do they need? How old does this need to be? Blah, blah, blah. I get the information. If I don't know, I call them and like, okay, cool. That's what I need to know. I'm quick to call Secretary of State. I'm like, hey, I have an apostille. I'm in Georgia. My client is in Georgia with me, but these documents need to come to Ohio for it to be apostille. I need to know if your notaries can do X, Y, and Z. And also, once it's done, when I submit it for apostille, can I like is X, Y, and Z ABC acceptable? They say yes, no, maybe so, and they give me the answers, and I get off the phone. And I'm like, hey, this is what we need to do for success. This is the path to success to get that done for you. I need this from you. We need here. We're gonna do this. Blah blah blah. I'll submit it, and I'll get it back to you within 7 to 10 business days. Does that sound like a plan? They're like, oh, cool, awesome. I just looked at you. You're gonna do the same thing. You just gonna look it up and tell them what it needs to be done. And then you're gonna get it and you're gonna put it in the mail, just like I did. You're gonna send it directly to the Secretary of State or you're gonna send it to a courier. like Miss Janice. Um, is it Janice or Janice? I think that's where I got off because I asked you that before. I'm like, is it Janice or Janice? Um, I may end up calling you Miss J, but Miss J, this is what we're gonna do. Like, if you're in Oregon and you're close to the Secretary of State, I don't know how far away you are. Like, if I got one and I needed to be done quickly, I've never done Oregon, so I don't know what their process. I mean, I know the process, but I don't know their time frames, right? I don't even know if they allow walk-ins. But if Oregon State allows walk-ins, guess what? My client's like, hey, I need this ASAP. I'm gonna send it to Miss J. Miss J gonna walk it in if she's within reasonable distance. She gonna get it processed for me, and if they have same day processing, they gonna hand it back to her lap, back to Miss J, and Miss J gonna leave them the office and drop it right back at UPS for me. It's gonna come back to me, which then I give my client a 72 hour. I mean, I can do it in 72 hours, right? We got it done in 72 hours. I will still give them 72 hours in 3 days. I will give them 5 business days of a turnaround, just in case. I will get it back in the mail. I send it one next day air. Let's say I send it on Monday. Miss J gets it on Tuesday. She walks it in for me. She drops it back in the mail on Tuesday before the cutoff time. I get it Wednesday. I told my client I was going to have it for them on Friday. That's how I do out of state apostille. I have to get out there. Okay, we already talked about that. I see, I see. I'm starting to understand the light bulb. It just turned on. I'm good. I'm glad. I'm glad, Miss J. We're gonna keep talking until it does, until the switch clicks. Because it was not the first time for me. Look, I spent like $400 on somebody's course to teach me how to do apostille, and then I spent 37, 47, whatever Ebony charged me to do her apostille course as well. And then it finally clicked. I was like, oh, that's that's it. And I was literally visiting Ebony in Virginia. I got a call for an apostille. She was at work. I was at my Airbnb working, right? I was working on my website or something, and I got a call, and I was like, "Oh, let me do some research and call you back." Guess who I called? Ebony. She's like, "Don't you know I'm working right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got a question. I got his apostille." She's like, "Don't you have the recording to my class?" I'm like, "I sure do." And I was like, "I was trying to find it real quick, but let me ask you this real quick question." She's like, "Look, if you don't do it, send it my way." You know what I did? I got off that phone. I went and watched that recording because it wasn't that long. I watched the recording. I called them back and said, "Hey, this is the cost. This is what we're going to need to do. The documents need to be notarized." They were like, "Perfect. We already have a notary in my office and notarized." And I'm like, "Before, because I sent my husband over as a runner. He's going to pick it up and take it to the office, get an apostille, and bring it back because they need it the same day." I was like, before I send him over there, can you send me a picture of the documents to verify they're notarized correctly? They were not. I literally walked their in office notary through how to properly notarize so that it can be acceptable. If my spouse was commissioned, I would have just had him do it, but he wasn't. So I had her properly notarize it. He took it, got it apostille, and brought it right back to them same day. Walked out there with some money in the bank. Uh, so if Ebony would have not told me, if you don't do it, I'm gonna do it, I would have probably never done it. And after doing the first one, it clicked. I was like, oh, okay, got it. I just did an apostille in Georgia. I just facilitated an apostille in Georgia while my butt cheeks were in Virginia. Got it. Damn, that was easy. You just got to keep marketing for them. It's enough for everybody. There is enough for everybody. Only you can be you. Yep, yep, yep. I've been certified since November. We already talked about that, Dr. Sabrina. Yeah, let's get your Google business page going. Lisa, I already asked about my 100 by 100. I already answered that. How do we register to get business for apostille? Oh, we already talked about that as well. Google business profile. Um, in in a Facebook group Friday, someone just sent out 66 apostilles to New York. Dang, right? I wonder if they were working with a company. That's awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait. I know that I have a notary buddy in Florida. She's a courier, and she like the few companies that she works with, Tally. I think it's Tally, Tally, Notary Services or Notary or Tally Apostille, something like that. She's on TikTok. She's always at the Florida Secretary of State. She's like processing 10, 15, 20, 20, 35 like at a time. So I talked to her. I was like, hey, I need to get on a phone call with you. How are you marketing? Like, what are you doing to be doing this multiple times a week? I understand that she's a courier, and so, like, but I'm still, if you processing 10 as a courier, she good, right? I talk to her. Y'all know if I call and ask y'all questions, I'm asking y'all the hard questions. Don't be giving me that, "Oh, I just talked." No. You talk to who? How did you say it? Did you send you sent an email? Forward me that email. I need to see it, right? I'm that kind of person. Now, the last question a lot of people don't like to answer, and you ain't got to because ain't none of my business. How much you charge per person, per bundle, per assignment, per trip, per 15 minutes? Like, what's your pricing structure? I need to know. And I do two and two, and I do the math. I'm like, cool. You making enough to pay all your bills and then some. I need to be like you. When I call, please answer because I will have questions in the future. And every person that I've called have been so willing to give. So I do it too. Like, I have no reason to hold back from y'all. Look, if I ever have a client that says, "Hey, I called Lisa and she quoted me this on the apostle," I'm like, then go use Lisa. Like, I know Lisa's prices are higher than mine. I'm like, you know what? The service that Lisa's going to be offering, what she's going to be providing to you is going to be that price is dictated by that. Like her service is dictated, or her price is dictated by her service. So yes, you probably should use Lisa. So I've had clients name drop, and I'm like, we don't know each other, but luckily, never with Lisa. So never with you, Lisa. Just using you as an example because you service the same areas. And I was like, luckily, I do know that person. I'm like, yeah, you probably should go and use them, right? Like I don't mind. Um, because what she offering you, she probably gonna get it back to you in 24 hours. I'm gonna take 48. So if you want to pay less and get it in 48, I'm the one to use. But you need it tomorrow, go talk to Lisa, or you got to run me $100 extra. Lisa's cheaper in that case, right? Um, Miss Allison said she needs her first apostille. Let's get you one. Let's get you one. But Miss Peaches, what Facebook group was that? I need to go and ask that person. That's gonna be the next person. I'm like, you 66. Who would you get it from? Let me call you. Here's my phone number. Text me when you're available. Um, Let me hurry up and get through this because now I'm just having fun. You guys talking back and forth to each other. I love it. I love it. I love it. Communication is key. I'm doing good, Jamil. Thank you for your advice yesterday. You are very welcome, sir. If y'all were on Jamil's live yesterday, I gave him some advice. I thought it was standard stuff, but it was going to be something I can really pivot and make a change in his business, right? Because he has goals. We talked about it, and I was like, yeah, this is what I did to get to those goals. You got to be complicated. It does not have to be complicated. Um, Let me see. There we go. We caught back up. I truly enjoy listening to you. You're so supportive and full of knowledge. I try, Miss LaDonna. I try. Do you drop cards off to title companies or real estate for marketing? Miss Harriet, I don't because I'm in Georgia. I'm in what's called an attorney state, also known as a closed state. And so the real estate space, based on my notarial law, is not as lucrative for me as everybody else. Like even New York, they're an attorney state and they're very strict on their stuff, but they can still make money. Like they can still make a lot of money legally. Just me in Georgia, for me to make money in the real estate sector, I gotta bend and break some laws and I gotta move differently, right? And at this point, I know better. I gotta be better. I gotta do better. So honestly, with you guys, as of Q2, I it is part of my company's um, whatever you want to call it, operations agreements that we no longer, I gotta phase out my existing clients. We no longer will do real estate closings unless I'm working directly with an attorney, even if it's out of state, even if it's a seller package out of state. So y'all better have gotten, y'all better go ahead and get it. But as soon as I go ahead and update all my operating agreements and all that kind of stuff, I will no longer offer real estate services in that capacity. Um, it's just a move I'm making in my business. When I do stuff for directs and they run me $200, does it feel good to do 20 pages for $200? It does. It does. But now with the specific clearing up of Georgia law and spending too many nerd hours reading legalese, and having ChatGPT translated into normal English for me, um, there have been some holes that have been plugged that I was not okay with, that I pushed back on. They wouldn't plug that shit, right? And they're like, "No, it's illegal." So I'm deciding to no longer do it. Can Notary still operate in that gray area in the state of Georgia? Sure, 100% you can. I just don't want to because I'm too public facing now, right? I'm too public facing, and so I gotta be on top of it, right? Oh, and by the way, Georgia notaries, if y'all didn't see my post in the Notary Buddy community for Gwinnett County, I forgot to call them back today. For Gwinnett County, y'all know I've been harassing them, the clerk's authority. There is there's officially a notary training that is done and provided by the county as well as the clerk's authority. They're partnering on it because they're two separate entities, right? They technically are, but they are partnering on it for us in Gwinnett County. It's gonna be on. I put it in the group. I can't remember the date, but it's May 6th, I think. I can't my calendar because I'm on my phone, but I think it's like May. No, that's not a real date. I mean, it is the date, but that's not the date. I don't know. I gotta look at it. It's in the Notary community, but I know some of y'all aren't in there. So anyways, real quick, look at the date for y'all. That's not in there. Notary Buddy community, Georgia closed group for Gwinnett County. It is in-person training on June 6th. So it's a little bit ways out, but it's June 6th from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It requires registration. I provide y'all the registration link. Go ahead and register before it runs out. If you are not in Gwinnett County, I was gonna be call I'm gonna call them. Let me say this: if you're not commissioned in Gwinnett County, I'm gonna be calling them. So I called them multiple times, they just didn't answer the phone. So I'll call them first thing tomorrow morning and ask if other notaries that are commissioned in other counties can attend. Because it's going to be an auditorium, and so there's a lot of chairs, there's a lot of seats in there. Um, because the only reason I'm saying this is because they don't do them often. Since I've been a notary, I've only ever seen two. They were in Fulton County and then Forsyth County. Was it Forsyth? I know it's Fulton for sure in another county. It's been almost 4 years. I've only seen two that are at least near me. Other ones that are 3 hours away, I'm not about to drive 3 hours away um, for that. Every county should be doing this. They haven't been. I've been arrested. Ain't gonna with me. But I guess they've been having enough questions and they're seeing enough things, and also because they got to start cracking down. That's why I'm moving away from real estate. That's why I'm doing. And also, I'm too public facing, right? I'm too public facing. But they got to start cracking down, and for them to crack down, by law, they need to educate us. They can't just say this is the law and not tell us, right? Because I told you I was pissed when I got the new notary handbook because there's a lot of notary laws that were being that did tell us. I'm like, how are we supposed to know this? Like, it made it into the notary handbook, but I saw it nowhere else, and it's because they literally made the decision before the books were printed. Like, oh, they're going to print tomorrow. Let's vote on this and strike a bunch of stuff. Not a bunch of stuff. Let's strike a few things. We didn't see that. It was not listed on the legal website, none of it. So I'm like, y'all dirty. Anyway, they're gonna be training us. So that was one thing I want to say for an announcement. Let's get caught up on this. It's been like a little engine that could slow but moving forward. Cool, cool. Rip off and duplicate R&D, Canva training. You can't do Ron in Georgia. Checkout platforms available in your state. Yep. Um, it's going good. Just promoting my business all over. I will check the New Jersey state and see how they can go about it. I'm pretty. I don't want to miss. I think Jersey can do well. I think. Look, don't give me the line. Go check your state because the Jersey notaries I know, they're just. I can't remember if they're doing Ron or not. They just didn't want to for some reason. I just want to say I've been utilizing ChatGPT to learn and ask the possible questions. And wow, exactly, Miss Candy. And this is the thing, y'all. This is the cool thing about it. The more questions you ask ChatGPT about apostilles, even though it's in my account, you're not going to get my answers, but it helps it learn even better. Because when I ask it a question, I was like, hey, based on your answer, this is not my understanding. And here's because y'all know my understanding comes from facts. I'm like, hey, that's not what the website says for a federal apostille. I don't know where you got this information from. And I will fact check that. I was like, can you fact check that? And it's like, oh, I'm sorry, you are correct. I don't want to get too technical about it, but because these AI softwares do what's called hallucinations, and it's essentially where they make up information to sound correct. Like they literally lie and they tell damn good lies. And so I will always have a fact check, and I can only do that because I'm like, I don't sound right. And I'm like, hey, this is how I know it's not right. And I will copy and paste the information specifically from the website where it says, this is the answer. And I'll put it in chat and they're like, oh my gosh, you are correct. I apologize. And then it will take that answer and archive it in its memory. So when other people are asking that question, it can give them better answers. That's what I love about this software. Well, thanks, Chrissy. June 6th, only in Gwinnett. So yeah, Melissa, sorry. I will ask them. I will ask them. Like I said, I will ask them if they are allowing other notaries that are commissioned outside of Gwinnett. And I'm gonna spin it like, hey, you guys know that the training is not done often, and I'm connected to hundreds of notaries, and we're in a mass movement on trying to make sure people do things legally and correctly. So the more of us that's doing it the right way makes your job easier because I know y'all want us to tell on each other that's doing it wrong. So if I have 100 notaries out there that's doing it right, it's easier for us to spot people that's doing it incorrectly. I mean, it's not going to be that way exactly because I ain't trying to be a tattletale, but I will phrase it. I will speak their language, right? I know what they're trying to do, and I was like, hey, it's easier to crack down if we literally in 30 days or by the 7th, right? Because on the course on the 6th, the training is on the 6th. On the 7th, it's easier to crack down if we send 100 notaries back out in the world. It makes it so much easier. Because, so truth be told, those 100 notaries are probably the most active. Like, let's be for real. The other ones are work notaries that ain't gonna show up. I think it should be required. Hey, Miss Marcia, Marcia, yeah, Marcia Grant. College is a ripoff, though. I still think it's sometimes it's definitely worth it. Y'all laughing at me. I must have said something a minute ago. Oh, okay, either Janice or Janine. It's already in my head called Miss J. You stuck in my head as Miss J. I work in DC. Department of State is 2 to 3 weeks walk-in. Yep, Miss Washington, that is correct. The last one I had, I definitely use a courier for it. Um, because I think the normal, if you mail it in, they're about 5 to 6 to 7 weeks. I'm just gonna say 5 to 7 weeks at this point. So a courier for DC stuff, that's actually in DC. But if you mail it in for federal, it actually goes to Virginia. I forget what the actual city is. Sterling, Virginia. That's where it actually goes. But if you walk it in, it is a different location. And you walk it in, you drop it off, and then you get a receipt or something, and you go and pick it back up in 2 weeks. So that's what I had the girl do. It wasn't even mine. It was somebody else's. I just facilitated it, and I only got $25 out of it. Let me check and see if she didn't owe me my money. 'Cause I only got $25. I'm like, look, you already did most of the work. Let me just connect you with a courier. She's like, but I want you to just take it over. I'm like, no, you just do it. And here's all the information. Run me $25 if that makes you feel better. Because I can't do it any cheaper than what you already quoted. It makes no sense. So tell the client that's the cost. I even talked to the client for them. I'm like, this is I bit my tongue. Like, this is the cost. Go ahead and do it. Um, I spoke to her too. I was one client. It was with one client. I must have missed Miss Peaches. What are y'all talking about? I must have missed it. Um, or maybe what you guys were talking back for. This is a minute ago. I'm just barely getting caught up. I don't know what you see. Okay, perfect. I spoke to her too. Y'all laughing at me again. Let's get me an apostle too. Look, Miss J, let's do it. Let's do it. Look, when you get it, make sure you watch my course. When you get it and you're nervous, call me. Call me. You're many hours behind me, so it's earlier for you than it is for me. Text me and be like, "Hey, I got an apostille. Let's walk through it. We're gonna breathe first, and then we're gonna walk through it together. And you ain't gotta send me nothing. As soon as you get your first one, You may not click it to your third one, but we got to get you. The only way to get your third one is to get your first one. Do you all have business cards? Miss J, I do have business cards. Um, Mine are not that fancy. I trade them on Canva. These were cut incorrectly, so I did get a discount because I looked at my FedEx account because I need to order some more, and I actually have a credit in there. I didn't realize they gave me a credit because they were cut incorrectly because they shouldn't have this white border around it, and it's too big to fit inside of my marketing folders, right? Well, my delivery folders. But yeah, I created on Canva. I think I don't give y'all this one because it's my logo on here, right? That's something I could care about. So picture me because I put my face on everything. I know for safety and for safety reasons, some ladies, some people, some gentlemen as well decide not to put their face on stuff. I put my face on everything. I don't mind. Um, but the more my company grew, I gotta stop doing it because now it's officially two of us, right? Um, but I'm still showing up at 98% of the appointments, so it's still my face. Company name. What else I got on here? I got a little thing that says accurate. Hold on. What does it say? Accuracy, efficiency, integrity, and E&O insured. Um, I just put that on there because it looked naked. Have my phone number, email address, website, my little. I need to change this. This used to be my slogan. Oh no, that's not my slogan. I don't even know what that is at the moment. Anyway, it's on there. Then on the back side, I have just a few of the services that I offer. It's only notary specific. That's why I need to update these. Wills, trust, power of attorneys, advanced healthcare directives, affidavits, leasing agreements, witnessing, I-9 verifications, and more. And then I have the companies associated with the BBB, the NNA, trained, and the NNA background and screen, and then the state of Georgia logo, like the Georgia seal. Anyway, and I have a QR code to leave me a review. That's all it is. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. Design them on Canva using the business card template. I did give y'all a bunch of templates in the Notary Buddy community. Business card templates, and then I personally send them over to FedEx. My girl Ebony taught me that. Send them over to FedEx. I think it's $15 for 100. Can you get them cheaper somewhere else? You definitely can. But you got to order 250. You got to order 500. You got to order 700 of them. And guess what? This is probably my sixth iteration of my business cards because I change it. Because like right now, I'm looking at this and I'm like, not one spot on here do I mark it that I do apostilles. And these were the 100 that I ordered like 2 months ago. So therefore, I'm going to change it and write like on the back. I'm going to take a lot of this other stuff off, and I'm going to market heavily for apostille for the next 100 business cards. That's why I only do 100, and I only spend $15 on it. And FedEx has coupons. They do have coupons. They have certain things you can sign up for, and so I think I spend $12 on 100. So it's like $12 and some change. Um, yeah, that's how I do my business cards. Um, and like I said, 2 months ago, maybe I ordered these, and I think I've been hanging on to these 10 damn cards for so long. Oh, I don't even have 10 anymore. That's just the cardboard in there, not even the business cards. I really need to order some because I only got 5 left. I thought I had more than that because the stack looked thick. It was just the cardboards. It was just the protective cardboards. There's like 6 cardboards in here. So yeah, I only got 5 business cards left. I need to order some more ASAP. Um, but yeah, and I probably have a little bit more in my notary bag. I probably got 10 in my notary bag. Um, but normally, when I already know when I deliver documents to clients, when I give stuff back, I use my blue folders and I put my business cards right here in a little pocket. Um, but those cards are cut incorrectly, so they can't even fit in the little pocket slits. But that's how I give my business cards out, and that's how I guess that's why I hold on to so many for so long. I signed up. I'm looking forward to seeing what you have to say. Which is cool. I even asked if I wanted a client intake apostle. Um, oh, cool. Yeah. ChatGPT. Andy asked it about a apostle intake form. And yeah, and guess the crazy part about it? It will it will design it for you. It will create it for you. I mean, you gotta tweak it and then just take it over to Google Drive because it'll create it as a PDF or a Word document, either one, and say, yeah, can you create this as a Word document for me? Tell it how you want it to look, tell it all these things. I mean, don't try to do branding because it kind of always gets branding wrong. You go do that in Canva, right? Create it and download it and then upload it into the Google Drive. and then just tweak it and make it right, like fix the alignment and all that kind of stuff. Chat is amazing. I barely create stuff anymore. I tell it what I want, or I'll do a like if I do create something in Canva, I'll do a base creation and I upload it into chat, just the image, the JPEG, the PNG. And I was like, hey, this is what I'm going for. Give me three simple recommendations on how to make this look better. It'll say you should probably move this here, make this bigger, change this font color, and I go and do it, and I re-upload it again. It's like, okay, I did it. Give me two to things to make it better. You give me two. I go and do it, and I upload it again. Give me one thing to make this image better, and it'll tell me, and I'll go and do it. And then y'all think that my marketing stuff is really cool. I'm like, I don't do it. Chat did it. I pick the color, I put the photo, and I type a postil for Gwinnett County, and then my phone number, and it told me what to do to make it better. Anyway, I keep on saying I'm gonna wrap up. 66 apostilles. Dude, I need to be in that Facebook group. Oh, it was Judy's Facebook group. I think that's out. Judy's Facebook group. I'm gonna call her. I'll reach out and be like, hey, buddy, how you do this? I used to blink. I'll use a bank manager. I used to be a bank manager, and my notaries pretty much stayed away from a lot of stuff. Got it. So Ms. Marshall knows. Now banks don't notarize a lot of stuff. I got my cards from Vistaprint and created in Canva. I need to add a QR code to my business cards. Real quick. It's not real quick. For those of you guys who have a my QR code on my business cards for people leaving me a review. You can do a QR code to get to your website. I got hiccups now. But I want to talk about this before and I almost forgot. Thank you, Miss Candy. Google, if you guys didn't see it, if you have a Google profile that is active. Oh, when you get to your profile, I apologize, Miss Melissa. We go just book a one-on-one with me, Miss Melissa, and we'll do your Google business profile. Just send me the info and I'll schedule it for you. Google Business Profile, they provide you a QR code now that links directly to your reviews. So the way to do it, I'm going to talk y'all through it. I'm not going to click and share it with you because it's going to take even longer. Go to your Google Business Profile, and there's a little spot that says reviews. If you got reviews, it's going to say review reviews or something like that, or whatever it says. Let me look at it real quick. What does it say? What does it say? It says read reviews. Click on that, or oh, never mind. Don't even do that. There's a little tab. Sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't. That says ask for reviews. If you don't see it, click on the little triangle that says show more. It says ask for reviews. Click on it. Once that pops up, normally before it would only give you a little link. And I showed you how to go to Canva and create a QR code on Canva using that link. Google has made it so much easier. They give you a QR code. All you got to do is literally right click on it, save image as, and name it Gen Mobile Notary Google GBP QR code review or something like that, review QR code. And then just snap it on all your marketing. The stuff that you're going to be handing out to people. They made it so easy. And it goes directly there. Because before, I was hesitant to teach y'all how to do it because the company that you use to create it, if they ever got your business, your QR code's dead. It's dead. Google's like, we got you. They made it, they created it for you. All you gotta do is go and download it and slap it on all your stuff. It's free. I'm thinking about switching mine out, maybe, but all mine are branded. I know y'all can't see it, but all of mine have a little lion head in the middle. That's part of my branding, right? And some of them does have my Gen Mobile Notary logo in the middle of my QR code. That was part of my branding. So I don't know if I'm gonna switch it out just yet because I paid for it. And it still works. Um, oh my gosh. Okay, let's get this done. Oh, it was Judy that did it. So Judy herself did those 66 apostilles. Oh, if she did it, I already know I already know how her business works. I did the course when we first released it. I have you added since? No, Corinne, I have not added to it yet. Because I've been sick. I used to be a bank manager. Okay, got that. Where did you order your cards from? I ordered my cards from FedEx, the French store where we ship stuff. FedEx. Go online to FedEx. Sign up for sign up for their FedEx account, like a standard FedEx shipping account, and then sign up. Once you do that, then sign up for a FedEx printing account because you'll get a discount with the printing account. But I don't know if it was a glitch, but it only works if you sign up for both of them. So sign up for a regular shipping account, it's free. Then sign up for a FedEx printing account. Like you can go to their print side of their website, sign up for a secondary account. Again, it's free as well, and it gets you it fluctuates 5 to 10% off. So that's why when you submit it, it's going to be 15 and some change, at least in my area. I should say that. But then after my discount, it gives me 10% off of that total, right? And then I'm always nice. So when I go in there, I look at my cards. Like I said, you know what? It's not a big deal. They still work, but these were not cut correctly. And he just went in and click, and gave me another discount. I think he gave me like 30% off or something like that. So I'm gonna definitely use that on my next go around. So my account already gives me 10% off, maybe 5, maybe 10. It fluctuates. I already spent 15. Then I'm already gonna get that 10% off, right? So minus 10%. So we're looking to pay $13. That sounds about right. And then I got that 30% off because your boy definitely needs that. So I'm gonna be spending less than $10 for 100 business cards. Okay, so Judy did. I got it. Okay, I think I got caught up. Oh, I got caught up, y'all. I gotta go. My stomach's sweating. That's how long I've been on here. Y'all know when y'all get. I don't know. You don't exercise, you get that little belly, that little fupa. My fupa junior is sweating over here. I gotta go, and I'm hungry. I need dinner. Because I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, I got caught up. I appreciate y'all being here, but y'all know let's do it in 5 minutes or less. We about to before we leave, and before I go air out my fupa. Um, let's go do some wins. Where's the Notary by the community? Where did it go? Where did it go? I just had it open. Did I close it out of sleep? I probably did. Hold on. There it is. Notary by the community. Let's go talk about some wins. Let's see what we got for some wins. Wins. Let's switch up to some fun music. Um, let's just do this one. The same one we did as intro music. Same intro music that's gonna take us out as outro. Talk about some wins. Let's talk about some wins in the community. Go first. Sorry, highlight. Let's let y'all in. Let's let y'all in real quick. Um, who got Miss Jesse? I got you. You were in Georgia. Miss Jesse, I'm gonna put you in the overall community, but give me a little bit of time. By tomorrow morning, I will have you in the Georgia Pacific. Right now, I'm just gonna let you in the overall group because that's just very quick. Adding to the Georgia Pacific takes me about 5 clicks. So I just want to quickly do this before the music runs. Miss Nicole, I got you. You're in the group as well. You're in Georgia, same thing. I will add you to the main group, and then I'll add you to the Georgia close by morning. Just so you know, so I have okay. Miss Melissa, you're in Georgia as well. Miss Melissa, I got you. I got you. Let me make note of your profile picture because we got a lot of Melissas in the group now. Miss Nancy, where you at, Miss Nancy? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Miss Nancy, you're in Georgia as well. I got you. Same thing. I'll put you in the main group, and then by tomorrow morning, I got to wake up at 6. I'm gonna put you in the Georgia group as well. Who else we got? Who else we got? We got Mr. Maine. We got you in Ohio. Mr. Maine, look, you're a remote notary. Because look, even though I got my girl Taylor, and she my baby, we always need backups. So Taylor might go on vacation. She may leave the state of Ohio. She may cross that border. She only like an hour and a half or something like that from the border. So she ain't in Ohio. I need a backup. So let me know. Um, Miss Julie, I know you probably gone because you left earlier, but you are going to become a Utah notary in a position in Utah. Um, so I need to connect you with my Utah peeps out there. I'm like, who just texted me? I just texted myself. Like, I hit send instead of save. Like, who just texted me? You know what? I'm on the Zoom, on the thing. And we got Miss Reese. Reese, I got you. You're in Georgia with me. Same thing. I added you to the group. I'll put you in the Georgia group by tomorrow morning. Perfect. Got everybody in. So let's do some wins. Because y'all know wins. So earlier, some of my notary buddies didn't catch all of them, but Miss Jessica, she said she got her business registered in her state. She's excited, and I know I loaded Miss Jessica up on some ton of information to get her going. On all our notary buddy Dean, he probably talked out because he got spousal duties that he got to do. He got his first apostille completely completed and delivered to his client, so that's an awesome win for him. Miss J out in Oregon. She did her first notary this past Saturday, her first notary appointment. I love it, love it, love it. We're going to get her. We're going to push to get you your first apostille as well. Remember, give me a call, Miss J. There's a few other notary buddies that go on some news as well. Sorry, I didn't catch them all because I'm talking. But over in the community, since we last spoke, let's see, when was that? We last spoke and talked about Wednesday on Thursday, for the 10th. Let's get caught up from there. So, it's not the 10th, it was the 3rd. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 5 days ago. What happened 5 days? I'll just recap. I did the apostille, that client. This is the client I did the apostille for. It was real quick. I did turn it around for him in 48 hours. Took it back to him. He's like, hey, I think I talked to you about this already. He's like, I got one more for you. I did that one. That's the one I'm holding in my hand right now. And he's like, by the way, before you bring that one back, I have two more. I need one for my sister and my brother, and that's the one I facilitated, and I submitted to the state of Ohio to get them because I needed a specific fee that they were offering on Friday. Miss Maryland, we were talking about this. No, her Google Business profile is paying off. The owners of a local hotel called her and asked her to notarize some business documents. Y'all know what this means. Miss Maryland, I don't know if you're still on here with me because we went a little bit late tonight. But look, she got business from a local hotel. They asked her them to for her to notarize business documents. And notarizing those documents for them, Miss Maryland can walk back in there with a marketing flyer and say, hey, if you have any guests that need documents notarized while they're here, I can come and meet them and notarize the documents in the lobby. I've notarized documents in many of a hotel lobbies. Many of a hotel lobbies. People need us. They traveling and they can be traveling from South Georgia to North Georgia at the hotel. They still need us. They be traveling out of state. So this Maryland, awesome. Get that business. I absolutely love it. Another win. Look, I need y'all to share more wins because I can keep filling up this win section. I was talking about another win I did with the RON notarization, the RON facilitation, and apostille. So I did that. And then I shared earlier today that I had two more apostille inquiries. Those are wins for me. I got one via email straight up from my marketing. I never talked to this person. So just straight up from my marketing and all my business profile. Because some of my calls are actually sending me, so they did. And then another one, somebody I was working with before, I think I've done 5 apostles for her. 5. So she's like, hey, we need some more. She's like, two of us, well, two of them live in Jersey, or two of them live in Georgia, and one lives in Jersey. She's like, how can we make this work? I was like, do 2 separate ones, a bare minimum, or we can do 3. Just depends what you want to do. She's like, let's save some money. We can do 3 or even 2. The attorney has to draft the documents for the charge us. And I was like, cool, let's all do it all in one document. Which means I do that. Taylor, if you're available, we should have this. I should have documents tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm gonna set it up to me. It should be the Thursday or Friday. Does that work for you? Look, Taylor's right here. She's still out. She's laughing. Yeah, I'm still here, chat, Taylor. I'm still here right now. So yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. So those are my wins. I even left out some more wins in the Northern community because I love celebrating us. I love celebrating us. And another win is I'm gonna make sure I get this notary spring social. I know y'all got kids on spring break right now. We ain't going to this. Stay at home with your kids. Let them run you crazy. I'm not about to give you a break, right? We'll probably do it the next week. But anyway, my notary buddies, I appreciate y'all being here, and as I have in all my lives, y'all, I appreciate it. Look, Snyder just joined. Look, I'm leaving Snyder. Snyder, you started live, and I'll join. But my notary buddies, as always, y'all, be safe out there. Please be safe. Remember to be kind, because you gotta be. That's the business. And also remember that you got this, because I believe it. I'll see y'all Thursday. Thursday. Not 5 days a week. I'll see you Thursday, 7:30 Eastern. Y'all have a really nice time. And now you get to watch me shake the phone until my fat fingers can get up properly. Look at the size of this thumb. I'm 5'7". I have my hand is the size of somebody that's 5 or 6'6" or 6 something. I ever told my brother-in-law is. Anyway, bye. Oh look, perfect time. The music just went off. Bye. Bye. Bye to you. Bye Facebook. And bye, YouTube.